What's that complaint? Yo, what's going on? I'm 2 minutes late. Ain't that some shit? Imagine being at home and being late. I seen somebody in here talking about the IRS, bro. I get scared when people bring them up. What the fuck? All right, that's cool. Spurs and 6? Man, bro. The Spurs look crazy, bro. I honestly ain't seen I ain't really had no hope for the Spurs winning nothing since since Tim Duncan and them was there. Appreciate that, Romerto. Dario, Dren, JP. I love Jay Christ. What's going on? Love from Singapore. Appreciate that, Prabhu. What's good? El Ching gone 6020. Yeah, Doobie, bro. You say I had to pay $4,400 in back taxes to the IRS. Damn, bro. Hey, bro. Sean got bro. Hey, Doobie, bro. The dude from the Foolio case, Sean Gathright. Bro, he the whole reason that I'm making this live stream right now. It ain't just him though. It ain't just him, bro. It's Lil Durk too. But at the same time, once I seen the dude get up there, saying, "Oh, I just want to be a mentor and speaking proper," and I was like, okay, so you ain't even have to be in the streets. You just in the. All right, hold on, I'm about to pull it up. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. You seen Chud get arrested? I've been seeing that, but I don't even know who Chud is, bro. I just know like I saw something that said like he just some racist dude from like Tennessee or something. And when I heard that, I was like, well, I mean, it is Tennessee, so. But yeah, I heard he yeah, bro, Sean Gathright, yeah, bro, I got you. I'm about to pull it up, bro, because just the way he was talking on that stand, bro. When he was telling the kids like the street is not the way. Like, no shit, nigga. What the fuck? He talking about the street is not the way. Like, yeah, bro. I'm so glad that you came to this realization on a murder trial. I mean, at least he came to it though. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, damn, bro. You didn't even have to be in the streets for real, bro. I got you, Dario. I'm trying to pull this shit up. Hold on real quick. Cause yeah, he was crying in court. Yeah, no, he do look like he could be one of my cousins. Sean do look like he could be one of my cousins for sure. I was just disappointed, bro. I'm trying to find a video of him talking, bro. Cause that shit was disappointed. Yeah. If y'all haven't already, make sure y'all I did finally stop being an old ass man, and I got an Instagram and a TikTok. So I posted them. The last time I posted them just in like a community post yesterday. And it's also in my it's also on my channel bio. But check this out, man. Trap, is that you on the thumbnail? He look like he could be my cousin, don't he? That's what make it even more disappointing. I'm gonna share my screen though, so y'all can see. It's just crazy, bro. When you see somebody that don't even look like they had to be in the street, like in the streets. So this guy right here, man, don't he look like he's supposed to be at the University of Florida? Don't he look like he run track in college? Why is he a killer? Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Cuff Boys. I think his name Cameron. I think is it Cameron? I was watching bro back when he was still like doing reaction videos with his mom, but like it's a big difference between this dude and this dude right here. See, they say that this dude he was only on this hit because he lost some family members, right? So this the guy that's a real gangster that's not acting, right? He's singing and dancing in his interrogation room. See what I'm saying? This is somebody that already accepted the reality of the street. Look at him. He performing. See what I'm saying? This guy don't look like he got much going on in his head, right? But then look at this guy.
I've led a couple, prayer circles, and I've tried to, kids around my age or, younger.
You hear how he talking? You hear how he talking, bro?
Since I'm 20 years old, now that you turn 18, you go to the adult pods and stuff like that. So if I see somebody who I see, has a lot of potential and has a chance to keep them.
Don't he sound like he's supposed to be at the University of Florida? Why is he gang banging? Is anybody from Jacksonville in here know why is he in the street? Bro, he is a witness now. He begging for a life sentence because this nigga is in Florida. See, and what a lot of people, even people in Florida, don't seem to understand, Florida is the South, bro. When you go into court for a murder in the South, you might as well be singing and dancing like dude right here, because they giving out deaths. They giving out the death penalty in the South. Like Florida, that shit ain't Illinois. You see dude right here? He already accepted the streets. He already know he going down. But this guy, he supposed to be a camp counselor in the summer.
From, basically being able to be corrected at this opportunity and not come back. I try to take them under my wing.
So my thing is, why is he the killer? Right, dude was laughing on the stand because he already know. Like, he already was all in on the streets. This dude was not. You know what's crazy, bro? And listen, I'm gonna get to Lil Durk too. Because I gotta bring up Lil Durk for a completely different reason. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about this, bro, I remember I used to work in a prison, right? I used to work in a prison for a company called Airmark. So what? Yeah, he must have got peer pressure. But I used to work for a company called Airmark in the prison. And so what Airmark does, Airmark is the company that ship the food and provide the food to the inmates, right? So whenever the inmates eating, the food is coming from Airmark in a lot of states. So I used to work for Airmark, and I used to have to go down there and take the temperature of the food, right? And I used to see dudes like this in there, like well-spoken, light-skinned niggas in jail, right? And I used to wonder, like, bro, how did you even get down here? Like, what? I'm, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to stereotype him just because he's light-skinned. I'm light-skinned too, but I'm just saying, like, I used to see guys like this in the prison for murder, serving life, and I used to be like, what did you do to get life? But then you talk to them, and you're not supposed to look up their cases, but I still looked up the cases, and then I realized, oh, these niggas are idiots. And that's what it boiled down to. You see a dude like this and wonder why, because I'm sure the CEOs in the prison that he had, if they don't know nothing about this case and they see him, they probably gonna wonder what he's there for, because he's an idiot. Yeah, but you sound hood. This could be you if you keep yeah, to all the kids, this could be, but see, this is some supreme follower activity, right? Because when I say what is he doing up here, listen how he talk. Because listen, bro, somebody can convince you to do something wrong, but if somebody can peer pressure you to go on a murder, come on, bro.
As you see, I have a lot of resources and a lot of family that love me, and they've even, asked me, like, hey, is there anybody in there who doesn't have somebody like that, who, could we send them some money, like, and
this a guy that's finna do life for some gang shit. No, you ain't getting away with nothing in Tampa. And this is the South, bro. This is the South. So that means you got to get up on the stand and fight just to get life, just so they don't put a needle in your ass, man. You got to wonder what's Ace behind this whole thing. I think if Ace had something to do with it, the feds would have picked him up already. If Young and Ace had something to do with this, then I feel like the feds would have picked up this case, and this wouldn't even been no state case. Like the feds would have picked this up, and it would have been a RICO. Well, you know, Florida is a little different from the South. He said he sound like this, and he's from the South. See, that's the thing about Florida. Florida's so different from the rest of the South that I feel like people in Florida even forget that they in the South. But bro, the law don't play in the South. You would get your ass sentenced to death playing in Florida, just like you would in Texas. Wasted his life. That's what I'm saying, bro. He threw his life away for what? He got a fresh ass line. Hey, listen, when I worked in the prison, bro, them was the best haircuts I ever got. I used to see guys in court and wonder, like, damn, who cutting these niggas' hair? But then I went to go work in the prison and realized, damn, that was the best cuts I ever had outside the hood. And I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I mean, damn, bro. He should have jumped out the car. He should have jumped out the car. No. TK is worse. No, TK is way worse. They let TK out on house arrest, and he still went on a run and somebody else died. No, I wasn't a guard. I used to work for a company called Airmark. Airmark delivered the food to the prisons. How much they pay the prison barber? Probably nothing. Because listen, when the COs and the people that work at the prison go and get a haircut, because listen, if you work at a prison, you can get a haircut in there too, but they don't charge you nothing. And the barber, he probably making 10 cents an hour. Y'all know what that is. Once you go to prison, you is doing slave labor. You making less than $1 an hour. So you know what I'm saying? He used to have to cut people hair for free. Shit, it's not even 25 cents in some states. Some states, 25 cents is the highest you can make an hour. Yeah, bro. Bro, do he even know Foolio? What's even his beef to even go and kill somebody, bro? Because this dude right here, they say he had some family involved that got killed. So you know what I'm saying? People were saying that they understand why this guy was there. But why the hell wasn't he by himself? Who do the other guy know? You know what I'm saying? Who do he know? Bro, look at this man, bro. Why wasn't this man in college? I don't know. See, all the rest of these guys, I don't know what they on. See, and her, she finna be out. Listen, the charge that they hit up with was like manslaughter. So the max they can give her is 15 years. So how many years ago did this happen? Didn't this happen in like 2024? Because they got caught right after. So this happened in 2024 or 2025. So she about to be out in possibly the next 10 or even 5 years. So the max they can give her, they haven't sentenced her yet, but the max they can sentence her is 15. He was in college. What the hell was he doing shooting after college, bro? Yeah, Tampa will bury you, bro. That shit is the South. And not to mention, Tampa is nice. And Petersburg, St. Petersburg, is that what it's or Petersburg, that area around Tampa is too many rich people. Yeah, bro. No. She the main reason. Hey, well, she got the least amount of time. She about to be out. And that's probably only because she wasn't in the car. Hold on, what? You say I got booked when I was 15 for having shake on my shirt in Florida? Damn, bro. What year this happened in? 04? 05? Surely they ain't still locking people up for having shake in Florida. That's what I'm saying, bro. The South, I don't know why you playing. Like, she lucky that they downgraded her charge. Because if this was in Texas or something, she probably would have got life too. Man, this guy looked like his parents is two light-skinned lawyers that had some money set aside for him in the college fund. They had his sister come up there. His sister took the stand too and was showing they family, you know what I'm saying, they family pictures. Let me try this. Let me look at this, man. Shout out to Cuff Boys. Oh, this ain't Cuff Boys. This Trapmore. Yeah, she getting a retrial. It's the same charge though, right? Yeah, bro, in a turtleneck. Like, bro,
If you're an
who did
American
you let
living abroad,
convince you to get in the streets, man? That's crazy, Clyde. They investigated you for your own father. That's crazy. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Texas, Florida, Louisiana. Come on, man. This ain't no place to be no gangster.
To be corrected at this opportunity and not come back. I try to take them under my wing. As you see, I have a lot of resources.
Yeah, I saw Queso case. Queso an idiot too. You gonna kill somebody on some sloppy shit. You put your dad in the crime, damn near made your father an accomplice, and then you start rapping. And you in Florida. You ain't in LA. You ain't in Chicago. Queso was doing this in it don't matter what part of Florida you was in. He could have been in Gainesville. He could have been on the Treasure Coast. You killing people and then rapping about it in the South. Your ass is gonna get life. They don't get see in Chicago for see. Listen, if this dude was in Chicago or in LA, he might have got 25 years. This is Florida, so he ain't getting out. My guess is he only got this turtleneck on so that he can have a chance to get parole in about 30 years. You got to do all this in Florida just to get parole at 60. Did they sentence him yet? No. He ain't get sentenced yet because this like just happened. Yeah, this like just happened. I don't think they sentencing is until June. Yeah, life means life. He got this much of a chance of getting an appeal for pro. And listen, if he do get an appeal, it'll probably only just be so that he can ask for parole. And you say there's no parole in Florida? There's no parole in Florida. Hold on. There's no parole in Florida. Hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. There's no parole in Florida. Oh yeah. He got life without parole. Yeah, he ain't get sentenced to death. He got life. The jury recommended life. Bro, I didn't know Florida. Hold on. Florida abolished parole for most offenders who committed crime after 1983. What? So what? Hey, look. Hey, you see that? Hold on, man. Hold on, man. That's crazy. Florida don't have parole, bro. Bro, look at this. Damn. You can't even ask to get out in Florida? Damn. Yeah, he done. He might as well not even came to court. Ain't no point in no sob story or none of that, bro. Your ass shouldn't have been in that car. Damn, I didn't know Florida ain't have parole. That's outrageous. Oh man, bro. Yeah, so he finished. And listen, in other cities, the court will take into consideration that y'all gang banging, right? And that maybe you wouldn't have as much malicious intent because you was gang banging, right? So you just wasn't going after random people, and they'll give you 30. They gave their ass life without parole. That's a damn shame, bro. That's a damn shame. He look like he supposed to be vlogging in the Dominican Republic or something. But see what I'm saying? All this gangster shit. Who even got time to be on some gangster shit in Jacksonville, Florida, bro? It's a swamp. It's hot all day, every day. How could you even have the energy to be getting into it with anybody, bro? And then didn't they drive from Jacksonville to Tampa? Like, bro, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't even have the energy to be gang banging in a swamp. That's your twin. Maybe if I had a crispy aligning. Man. I don't know how old he is. He look he can't be older than like 25 or something. He probably under 25. Cause look at him right here. He look like he's like 19 right here. So he ain't that old. Yeah, I know about Duval. I know, and see, that's why y'all different in Florida, bro. Cause y'all gang banging while it's hot as fuck. It's like, same thing with people in California, bro. Y'all gang banging in the desert. It's too hot. I wouldn't even have the energy to be into it. I wouldn't even have the energy to argue with my dog when it's 100 degrees and shit, bro. 20 with a life sentence, man. Also, he 20, so he ain't even old enough to drink, man. Right. So from that drive to Jacksonville to Tampa, he could have got his ass out. Right. He should have got out in Orlando. He shouldn't even made it all the way to Tampa. If I was him, I'd have got out the car in Orlando and went to Disney World and let them niggas go to Tampa. Damn. He done threw his whole life away. NYC is too cold to be gang banging. Yeah, and the FBI be patrolling NYC. New York, another place you can't gang bang because New York just like the South. Because listen, the NYPD could pick you up in New York and let you out. But once the feds pick you up in New York, your ass not getting out. Man, from Jacksonville to Tampa, he should have got out in the middle in Orlando. He shouldn't have even made it all the way to Tampa. He should have got his ass out the car in Orlando. Yeah, his sister came up, man. His sister came up there crying and shit. He crying and shit. His lawyer looked like Trey off Boys in the Hood. That's what I'm saying. Remember when Trey said, "Let me out the car"? No, Trey didn't want to be no killer. Man, my fellow light-skinned brother, man. It's 4 hours, bro. 4 hours is more than enough time for you to get your ass out the car and decide that you don't want to be a killer. Man, bro. They playing ads in a live. They always do. The heat makes people angry. I guess, bro, because in Chicago in the summer, it do get active. But that's just because everybody been put up in the house all year because it was so damn cold. So they ain't even doing shit just because it's hot. They doing shit just because they can go outside. Man, his sentence ain't gonna be up. GTA 10 is gonna be out before he get out of jail, bro. Bro, listen. He gonna need a pardon from the president to get out in Florida. I'm from Florida. In case I already know. Man, bro. Man. He should have got out and went to Disney World before that car ever pulled up in Tampa. I'd have been in Disney World, man. So let's go check out. Cause see, they had his sister come up and see, I would have just told my sister, man. Cause bro, you know you was guilty. Did you see how fast the police came to get them? Hold on, man. Did y'all see how fast the police came to get them? I done spelled his name wrong. Bro, I'll never forget that raid whenever the police came to get him, bro. They filmed the SWAT team, they filmed their arrest like it was a damn, they filmed that shit like it was a vlog, bro. Look at this shit. And wasn't they in nice ass houses? Okay, so in the house he came out of, because somebody came out of nice ass house. That's him right there, ain't it? Man. What was y'all doing, bro? So what they was in a parking lot? What the hell was he doing, bro? Was he shopping? Man. Okay, so is that his baby mama? Cause she was like pregnant, right? So is that his baby mama? Look at this. Look how these boys pulled up. Look at bro. Look at the camera, bro. Look how they pulled up. Man, they ain't playing. All right, so look, so one of these niggas came out a nice ass house. Look at this house, bro. Look at this house. What y'all even gang banging for? When your mama got because I know this ain't his house. This got to be his mama house. What is you gang banging for if your mama living like this? Yeah, bro. Look at this house, man. Hey, listen, I ain't got no driveway. Shit, my car be damn near parked in the alley. This nigga got a drive, bro. It's mansions and Mercedes and shit on his block. You see what I'm saying? Why everybody trying to be gangster? Why is he gangster? Little ass pants. He ain't even got no shoes on for real. He walking around the suburbs comfortable. You say you think it's an Airbnb? So if it's an Airbnb, then I got even more questions. You know y'all just killed somebody. If you in an Airbnb, you shouldn't even be in the state of Florida. But this like the Jacksonville police. So he's in Jacksonville. Man, look how they got him in the street, man. Kids, is this what y'all want to do? Also, it's his baby mama. She ain't even got no shoes on. He living, bro. That shit disappointing. She the only one that's gonna see. She the only one that got a chance of seeing light again, bro. And she already knew that. This shit sad, bro. But at the same
Models,
time,
you said
like,
that he had a wonderful
this,
relationship with his stepdad, Brian. Yes. He also had a wonderful godfather.
And see, it's times like this where I want to say, don't be crying now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, I can't say that because, of course, he going to cry in a situation like this, right? Your sister up here crying and shit because she know you just crashed out for nothing, right? It ain't sad, right? It's stupid, bro. You crying because you just let your sister down, right? Why wasn't you thinking about that on the way to Tampa, bro? You weren't thinking about your sister on the way down to go do that hit? Come on, man. See, he's a dummy. But you know what? He sounds smart. Look at him. Damn, bro. Look at this man. Look like one of my little cousins, man. Yeah, he crying because he got caught. But what the hell, bro? He say it's in his calling to be a mentor and shit. Like, you should have been doing that instead of shooting. Come on, man. Everybody was 20 before. I wasn't that damn stupid when I was 20. Couldn't nobody convince me to hop in no car and go and drive 4 hours to commit a murder. Is he stupid? He gotta be stupid, bro. Come on, man. I ain't gonna lie. They kind of doing them dirty. They kind of doing them dirty with these pictures. I get it. But listen, you think the jury care about this shit? Do y'all know what that jury in Florida is thinking? This actually don't help this guy, right? Because all this is, listen, remember, the jury is just regular people, right? The jury is just regular people that go to work every day, right? So all the jury thinking is, this guy seems like a professional guy with a good head on his shoulders, but but he two-faced because he can be professional and then he can be a killer. So now the jury probably really don't want you on the streets, bro. Because imagine, bro, imagine you an old white man that got called for jury duty, and you see this guy, like a nice guy, he well-spoken, but you looking at evidence on this side that he a killer. So now you thinking, damn, if I ran into him at the store, I'd have thought he was a nice young man. But all this is proven to the jury is that he can put on multiple faces. So, bro, they really not gonna, bro, this is why the jury recommended life. Cause now they scared of you, bro. Cause you can put on an act and be a killer at the same time. You think them people trying to hit that down in Florida, bro? Imagine you an old white man, got to go to work every day. You get called in for jury duty. Do you want this guy on the street? Just by looking at him and listening to him, you might want him on the street. But then you see how he can jump from this to being a killer. No, he got to go. He got to go. And is this a paid lawyer he got, or this a public defender? Because it wasn't even no point in him even paying for a lawyer. Look at dude. Dude don't even care right here. Dude falling asleep in here. He like, man, I already know I'm finna get life. Like, I don't even get no fuck. Man, bro. That shit overly disappointing. You hope Uncle Ruckus wasn't on that jury? Man, this is the South. Uncle Ruckus probably was on that jury. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. You proving to the jury all you did by coming in there and being well spoken. All you did was prove to the jury that you two-faced. So now they trust you even less, because now they trying to figure out, how could this young man be so well spoken and nice, but he done drove 4 hours with an AR to kill somebody? They can't trust you, bro. Now you look like a psychopath, bro. Now you don't even just look like a gang member. Now you look like a full-fledged psycho. So one of them had a $40 an hour job. Rashad, or the one that's falling asleep. Man, these niggas crashed out, man. Foolio couldn't have been that much of a threat, man. Foolio couldn't have been that much of a threat, man. He couldn't have been that much of a threat. Hey, Mike, they say Florida don't have parole. They say once you locked up in Florida, you gone. They say Florida don't have parole, bro. You say nigga named Sean. Nigga named Sean, man. He's supposed to be in college, bro. Bro. He's supposed to be a frat boy at the University of Florida right now. All for the internet. But this ain't even how you make money on the internet. See, niggas be wanting to be famous on the internet, but they don't even know how to make $1 on the internet, bro. Yeah, Florida ain't got parole, Mike, so he done. Drill rap was/is the epidemic, but damn, he ain't even rap. I ain't never heard him rap. Did y'all hear him rap? Man, bro. Yeah, I know. A lot changed after Chief Keef. I can't say that people wasn't still crashing out all over the country, because they definitely was before that, but it just looked bad. What you missed? All you missed is me trying to figure out how this well-spoken young man got peer pressured into doing some dumb shit. But all that makes me think is that he's a dumbass. Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I try to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. But y'all traveled to kill somebody. Y'all hopped on the road to go do this shit. So I can't even stand up for you, bro, because you did some dumb shit.
To the adult pods and stuff like that. So if I see somebody who I see, you know, has a lot of potential and has a chance to keep them from, you know, basically being able to be corrected.
Yeah, he gonna be in the Jacksonville drill page on Reddit. He gonna be in there, and every time he take a new mug shot, they gonna update his mug shot on Reddit. That's all the fame he gonna get. They gonna be updating his mug shot every year on Reddit. That's all. I appreciate that. You like the last Dubai video? Yeah, y'all know I was gonna make another Dubai video, but I switched it up a little bit in that one. Yeah, it is bad influence. Hip hop is bad influence, but at the same time, bro, can't no song make you go and kill somebody. If a song can make you go and kill somebody, you're an idiot. If a song can make you do that, bro, if a song can make you load up a gun and hop in the car and pull off, your ass don't need to be on the street. Because that means you slow. That's what I'm saying. You can listen to a million songs where they talking about spinning and not do nothing. Oh man, yeah. See, and Melly, bro, Melly. I ain't even did this video ain't about Melly, but I always had the same thing when it came to Melly. Your name shouldn't even come up when it comes to killing your friends. I'm not trying to hear none of that. Innocent until proven guilty, or none of that shit. They put your ass in jail because they believe for sure that you done killed your homie. Hey, I appreciate the donation, Wrath, for sure. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, Melly been locked up. Yeah, bro. And this how you know that Florida ain't no joke. Melly been in jail since 2018, damn near, or 2018 or 2019, and he still ain't been found guilty. He's still on trial. So he didn't just did damn near a decade in Florida without being found guilty. But that's because he did some dumb shit. And when you do some dumb shit, you're gonna get some dumb ass results, man. That's only because he did some overly dumb shit. But we gotta talk about Lil Durk too.
All right, here we go.
Because I know that y'all probably seen that like we already know everybody flipped on him, right? We already know that he was getting told on. But now one of the guys that supposedly flipped on him, he said he at home. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all stop that. Damn cats fighting. Shout out to Big Whoopin' for the new membership. Appreciate you, bro. No, yeah. Durk even dumber. Cause now see the last dude, he was 20, right? So I can just say, oh, he's 20. He a dumbass. He don't know nothing yet. He ain't even old enough to drink. But Lil Durk, I can say no such thing. Lil Durk is damn near fucking exaggerating, just trying to call him 40 or nothing. I genuinely mean that. Lil Durk is like 34 or 30. He passed 34, I'm pretty sure. Because Lil Durk is older than me. Okay. So, like, I just turned 30. Like, Lil Durk was 30 when I was still in my 20s. So, and he got 15 kids or 10 kids. So, you got kids. Why is your name even involved in a murder? That's something I never understand. So the guy Jam say that he at home, right? He say that he's at home already. And I believe him because everybody that was looking for him, nobody could find him. Nobody could find his mugshot or none of that shit. And on top of that, Jam is older than him. Jam is damn near 40. So I have no doubt that he probably told to get out. And look at this. Durk Banks, through counsel of record, removes the court to dismiss the superseding indictment. So, oh damn, hold on, I gotta charge my camera. Yeah, Lil Durk down too, bro. And he didn't even have no reason for real. Like, don't tell me his reason was Vaughn, because I ain't trying to hear that shit. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to hear that Lil Durk reason for I'm just not trying to hear that Lil Durk only did that shit for King Von. Because first of all, he hired 2 people that he didn't even know to go and commit a murder for somebody that ain't even had nothing to do with Von. They say Lil Durk just put up money just so they can just kill any GD. And see, that show how old he is too. Because the little shorties in Chicago, they don't care about you being GD or BD or none of that shit. So Durk doing some shit from 2009, which is when he was young enough to be that stupid. And then they say that the killers, so one of the killers on the Lil Durk case, they say he went in a cell. They say he went in a cell with an informant and told the whole thing. And then they say Lil Durk ain't even want to pay the guy that's telling on him. So you paying people to kill, and then you trying to short them out their money, right? And then Lil Durk making jail calls. He calling home, calling gang members. Ain't that's some stupid shit, right? Ancient gang politics. They said Lil Durk put up some money and told some little ass boys. Now mind you, the guys that it was like AJ and Marley, right? The 2 guys that committed the other murder that they are going to connect to Lil Durk, because these guys said that they got paid by Lil Durk. He ain't been charged with it, but them guys told everything to somebody in a cell. But even if they don't charge him with that, tell me what will make somebody do a murder for hire in Beverly Hills? Is any of y'all from LA or just California in general? Can y'all tell me what would make somebody do a murder for hire in Beverly Hills? Because he ain't do this shit in motherfucking Anaheim. You know what I'm saying? He didn't do no murder for hire in Oakland. He did a murder for hire in Beverly Hills. Once y'all found out somebody was in Beverly Hills, y'all shouldn't even went. Y'all should have called it off. Cause that's some stupid shit.
New documents in the Lil Durk
And then on
case.
top of that, can we check something? And he better not offer no $1 million reward. But you know what? Let's check something out. Y'all see this? Okay, so he's 33. Why is you still trying to be on some gangster shit? He 33 years old. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this, bro. You 33 with all these damn kids, and you running around with gang members. Bro, if any of that shit is true, I'm gonna just keep it real, bro. You a failure as a father. I ain't even gonna lie to you. We gotta stop sugarcoating with people. Somebody needs to call him and tell him that he done failed, what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 kids. How you even got time to be in the streets with a nigga and you got 10 kids? Yeah, he a fake Muslim. A lot of niggas in the hood is fake Muslims. Everybody grandma got a picture of Jesus in their house, but these niggas go to jail and they come out Muslim. You can't even be in the streets after 27. You can't be in the streets after 21. After you old enough to drink, your ass need to get a job. I thought his pops was Muslim. His pops became Muslim, say it with me, in prison. His daddy did 26 years. So when a nigga do that long, 8 times out of 10, they come out Muslim. I don't think his pops was Muslim before he went to jail over 30 years ago. His daddy turned Muslim once he was already serving that life sentence, I'm pretty sure. Nah, I don't mess with no fake religious. And see, here's my theory, bro. You know why I think all these guys, all these street guys be converting to Islam once they go to jail? In Islam, since they using the Old Testament, I'm pretty sure the Bible for the Quran, you can get an eye for an eye. Ain't an eye for an eye thing in Islam? Cause see, these niggas be wanting to get revenge because they soft and they emotional. And so I'm pretty sure that Islam lets you get an eye for an eye. He did you wrong, you can do him wrong. That's why they got something called blood money in Islam, where if I kill a member of your family legally in court in a lot of Muslim countries, I can pay y'all blood money, and then I won't have to go to jail. Yeah, and the Muslims protect people in jail. The Christians don't. Yeah. The Muslims protect people in jail. But yeah, I think that a lot of these gang members convert to Islam because it's more appealing to them. You know, they ain't trying to hear Jesus say, turn the other cheek, because these niggas too emotional to turn the other cheek, right? So they abandon Christianity, even though they know all they grandma. Bro, I bet you, if you go to the right church, you will find Lil Durk grandma in there on Sunday. So Islam only lets you get an eye for an eye if it's lawful. So somebody needs to tell these guys that, because a lot of people I know that was killers, that's free now, they converted to Islam. And my only theory is that they felt that Islam was more accepting of their past than Christianity. Am I the only person that thought that? Because I was trying to figure out why all these street niggas who grandmas is Christian go to jail and convert to Islam. And so I'm thinking, okay, all the dirt they did, they probably feel like Islam will accept them before Christianity. Bro, I didn't read the Old Testament and the New Testament. I know for a fact that after Jesus came, he the one that started telling, bro, you know, it was an old covenant and then it was a new covenant, right? You know, in the Old Testament is one set of rules, then Jesus came and changed the rules, right? Because it was way more savage in the Old Testament than it is in the New Testament. So I ain't trying to hear I'm talking on it without certainty. I read this shit. Matter of fact, I got an Ethiopian Bible in here right now with all 83 books that's not even in the regular Bible. You want to see it? I'll show you. You say I'm speaking without certainty. Let me show you something. How many books that say? How many books you got? How many you got? How many books you got? How many books your Bible got? Come on, man. I'm a historian, bro. I do this. The Muslims believe in Jesus too. They just believe it was a prophet that came after Jesus. The difference with the Christians is they say Jesus was the last prophet. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like some of these niggas that be going to jail don't even know that. Do Lil Durk know that? Do Lil Durk know the difference between the Old Testament and the New Testament? Come on, man. The difference between Catholic and Christianity ain't no difference. I mean, it's just a denomination, bro. The Catholics got different traditions than you would say a non-denominational Christian, right? Because a non-denominational Christian don't sanctify people and stuff like that. I thought it was about having structure to make time pass by. I don't know, man. You could be right. But either way, no matter what he converted to, he could be Muslim. He could have converted to Buddhism. He could have converted to Judaism. Why is you in the streets and you got 10 kids? This what I don't understand. Why are you in the streets and you got 10 kids? I'll be trying to understand how niggas with one kid is in the streets. You got 10. Why is you in the streets? So his trial is in May. His trial coming up. Man, bro. And Lil Pad mom filed a wrongful death lawsuit. So you finna go to trial. Let's just put into perspective what Lil Durk going into right now. He about to go to trial for a murder for hire in one of the wealthiest areas in the United States. Then on top of that, he's getting sued by the victim's mother. Okay, and then on top of that, you got two guys that said in paperwork that Lil Durk paid them to kill somebody. And then you got a phone call saying that Lil Durk wasn't going to pay one of the killers in Beverly Hills. So we got all this shit going against you, and you a millionaire. Why are you in this? Why is you even still in the street? See, we got to stop feeling bad for people just because hey, listen, I'm a Christian, right? So I'm always forgive. But that don't mean I'm not going to tell you that you an idiot. Look at him. You look like he just did some dumb shit. This overly disappointing. Before King Von got out of jail, I thought that Lil Durk changed his life. I ain't going to lie to you. Around 2017, I thought Durk changed his life. I thought he wasn't in the streets no more. He running around with India. He got his kids. He making money. I thought he was out the streets. Then I just kept seeing videos. This nigga in the hood. He in Tay-Town. He in Lamron. He look, hold on. Hold on, man. This when I started to realize that, damn, maybe he ain't get out the street. Because look at this. Y'all know where he at? This ain't the suburbs in Atlanta. This nigga in the hood in Chicago as a millionaire with 2 watches on. He's standing in the hood. It's not a flex to go back to the fucking hood when you got some money. Because all these niggas around you broke. The only flex you doing is you flexing on all these niggas that's in the background trying to be cool. See, look at Buddy right here. He rolling this wood. You don't even know if that's his last backwood, Lil Durk. You in the hood. That's probably that nigga last backwood. And look how this dude looking at you. Look how he looking at you. He's starstruck. Come on, man. This nigga returned to the hood, man. Look at this. Listen, I'm all for loving your community and all that. And I love Chicago. I'm not going back to the hood. The fuck I'm going back to the hood for? When I'm going, you think I'm finna go back out here? I done already did that. I don't want to see you niggas no more. I don't want to see you niggas no more. I wish I would be a 30-year-old millionaire standing in front of a motherfucking gate in the hood. What's going on, bro? Counting his chains and his fit, he probably win over $100,000. He's standing in front of a gate in Inglewood, Chicago, man. I know broke people that won't even go to Inglewood. This shit ridiculous, man. And this when I realized, damn, I thought that he was done with the streets. He grown, he got kids. Once I seen this video, nigga talking about you can't run when we shoot, I say, oh man, he's still in the streets, man. I say, damn, he's still in the streets, man. You say probably 500,000. That's what I'm saying. He got on 2 watches. You know what I'm saying? Look, man. And see, I'm gonna show y'all what else make me mad. What y'all think these niggas telling these kids right here? Y'all think they told these kids to stay in school? Hey, stay in school, shorty. You know what I'm saying? You want to do music, keep your head down and stay in school, shorty. You could blow up like me. Man, they ain't telling them nothing. They probably ain't even talk to them kids, man. They just told shorty and them, yeah, y'all could be in the video. You think shorty and them want to be in the hood, bro? If they had a chance to live out in that mansion that we seen Lil Durk on in that police body cam video when they broke in his house, I'm sure these kids will choose to live out there than live in Inglewood. Why is we always coming back to the hood, bro? Why? Now look, you see this frame right here? You see this frame? He in jail, and he in jail. And that look like Dewey Foe. Is that Dewey Foe? What? Hold on. Because if that's Dewey Foe, that means he dead. See what I'm saying? This the streets right here. This the reality of the streets. He in jail, he dead, he in jail. What is we here for? Is this Dewey Foe? Because if this Dewey Foe, I think this like Lil Durk cousin who killed his other cousin. If y'all don't know who Dewey Foe is a guy in Chicago that was accused of, he like killed his cousin. Then he got killed. Or no, he got killed by his cousin. You know what I'm saying? Do Lil Reese still live there? No, Lil Reese live in that Texas prison that he's serving time at. That's where Lil Reese live at. Lil Reese also went to the South and thought he was still in Chicago. He choked up his girlfriend, and now his ass is in the chain gang in the state of Texas, like Charleston White. Hey, listen, Tosho, if you watching me, you ain't fail. Because that means you ain't dead or in jail, my brother. So you still got a chance to not do some dumb shit like this. Because listen, if you had $1 million, Tosho, would you be back in Inglewood? Listen, I understand, bro. I'm from Chicago, bro. I know there ain't nothing like the South Side of Chicago, but I'm not going back to the hood and calling 50 niggas to stand around me and standing on the gate in front of my grandma's house. My grandma don't live there no more. I'm not standing in front of grandma's house. Ain't nobody, I don't know who in that house. That ain't my grandma's house no more. Yeah, I seen the Iceman today. I ain't really listen to the Drake Iceman, but I did see it drop today though. See what I'm saying? Look at this picture. Dead, jail, jail. The one holding all the money, he dead, bro. And look, y'all see him right here? Paralyzed. This the streets. Paralyzed, dead, prison. All the 4 guys standing in the front. Paralyzed, dead, prison. All this shit is avoidable. My grandma not even alive no more. But I know Lil Durk grandma don't live in no house in Inglewood on 72nd no more. So if grandma don't live in Inglewood, why is you in Inglewood? You gotta be crazy. Cutouts in the back. That's what I'm saying. You know what the cutout mean? That means somebody dead. You know what the cutout mean in the hood? That mean he dead. No, I ain't see the Korean judge that, oh man, I might have to make another South Korea video. I had to move out after getting caught up in a case. Then I moved out Chicago. I never looked back. Bro, yeah, for real, bro. Ain't nothing to look back. I understand you ain't gonna never find better food outside Chicago, but that's just something that me and you gotta live with, bro. We ain't gonna never be able to eat as good as we used to eat in Chicago, but we just gonna have to live with that, bro. You know what I'm saying? You get you a girl to know how to cook. My girl know how to cook. That's all you got to do. Because ain't no point in looking back at this shit. Because you got guys that made it out and they still in here. When I was 17, maybe when I was 17, this shit looked cool. I ain't going to lie to you. But he was way older than 17. He was older than 25 right here. Hold on, let me see. This was 6 years ago. So if he 33, what that? 32, 1, 30, 29, 28. So he was 28 right here. Chicago ain't got to bounce back. Chicago nice. Look, Tosho, that's because I've been out the hood for a little minute. I'm a straight suburban. You going to be one day, though. I believe in you. You could be a suburban one day, just like me. It's so bad y'all can't get something to eat in Chicago. No, what I'm saying is Chicago got the best food. If you from Chicago and you go to another city, even if their food is good, you still gonna prefer food in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't worth going back to the hood to get it, because you can go to the nice areas in Chicago and get some food. You just gonna pay 10 times more. But ain't nothing like an Italian Fiesta pizza in the hood. Ain't nothing like a margarita super taco in the hood. Ain't nothing like a JJ's fish and chicken 6-piece in the hood. Ain't none of that. But it ain't worth it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you grown and you done got some money, you might as well get up out of there. Because see, this was the worst influence on this man's life right here. This guy right here. See, when I see King Von bring a Rolls Royce to the hood, I'm not surprised. Because Von ain't want to grow up. He wanted to be a killer, and that's all he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? When you grow up in the hood, you could just see it in some nigga's face that they just ain't no good intentions behind their eyes. Look at this guy. Tell me if you see some good intentions. Now, I'm not going to say Von was trying to be gangster, because Von went to jail every time he got out of jail. Von didn't care. He knew he was going to die or get a life sentence. So he accepted the streets. He wasn't trying to be street. Von was the street. His ass was the physical concrete. That's how for real he was. So I can't say Von was trying to be gangster or trying to act gangster, because that was his whole personality. What he do? He's a killer. That's what he did. And then when he got out of jail, his homie made him a famous killer. You see what I'm saying? Von was a hood hero. So when he go back to the hood, it don't surprise me, because he probably ain't even feel comfortable outside the hood. But I seen Lil Durk chilling in the suburbs with his kids and his wife and shit, and he looked like he might have been a little comfortable outside the hood. See, Von couldn't get that comfortable outside the hood. You see how much fun he having? He in the motherfucking projects with a $500,000 car, and he having the time of his life. Yeah, asking what Von did is crazy. What didn't his ass do? I was hearing about Von when I was in high school, bro. I didn't even know who this nigga was, but I was hearing his name in high school. Bro, I was hearing this nigga name all the way on 79th Street, and his ass is on 64th. That's what he was doing. I was hearing his name without even knowing who he was. He wasn't famous. He wasn't no rapper. I'm talking about I was hearing his name back when he still had little tiny twists in his hair. Before his shit even turned to dreads, I was hearing his name. But yeah, soon as Lil Durk got around him, you could just hit a change in Lil Durk music, man. Before Von got out, Lil Durk made that he made that what's the how that song go? Right before Von got out of jail, Lil Durk say what was that song, bro? What was that song, bro? He was having the guitar in his beats like Gunna and shit. Lil Durk was on some Gunna shit before Von got out of jail. What was that song called from 2017, bro? Where Lil Durk was like he said, "Oh, I don't remember shit. We're gonna turn you to remember rants." Yeah, see, he was on shit like that before Von got out of jail. He was making songs like Remembrance and shit where he taking India shopping in the mall in the video. You know what I'm saying? Bro, you got all this money. You should be wanting to spend it with your wife and your kids, bro. Not spending the shit on commissary and jail, bro. Like, damn, you got all this money just to spend this shit on commissary. Man, yeah, he did a song with Morgan Wallen, bro. He got a song with a country singer. But Lil Durk ain't learned his lesson, right? Because right before he got locked up, this nigga gonna get in a song called Conspiracy. Imagine that. Imagine the feds investigating you, and you hop on a feature in a song called Conspiracy. Can you find Love Fo? Oh man, Love Fo don't care about music no more, man. Love Fo could have been rich, but he don't give a fuck about me. He just a West Side nigga. But look, bro, imagine, bro, the feds investigating you. You know the feds investigating you because you've been making songs called Federal Nightmares and all that shit. And you go to the hood, and I'm assuming this like Memphis, and you hop on a song called Conspiracy. Conspiracy? Just playing with the feds, bro. I appreciate that. Right, this version too. So that means what Fat done already dropped a song called Conspiracy. Yeah, he hiding in plain sight with all his jewelry on. You see what I'm saying, bro? You got 10 kids and you at the store with all these niggas. This nigga in the back smoking a Black and Mild, man. Oh my God, man. He got 10 kids. He in front of a food mart. And it's a dude in the back smoking a Black and Mild, man. Y'all know how much a Black and Mild costs? You get one for like 75 cents in the hood if you find a nigga selling singles. You got all these kids, bro. You standing in front of Food Mart in a song called Conspiracy. Come on, man. Yeah, he got a leather vest on. He out there looking like Michael Jackson, man. Gas stations and liquor store. Like, bro, take your ass home. Take your ass to the house. Because first of all, you damn near the oldest one in this picture right here, right? Because dude right here only like 21. And Fat, he probably like 25 at the oldest. You the only nigga right here in your 30s, except maybe this dude back here smoking the Black and Mild. He give me super unk vibes right here. He give me super duper unk vibes how he hitting that Black and Mild. He hitting that black like it's a like you see his mouth? You see how he got the black in his mouth? It probably ain't even lit, bro. Yeah, take your ass home, bro. Durk always like he about to cry because he know he always about to do some dumb shit. Booney Mo. Where you at, man? Booney Mo. Oh, it go another Black and Mild. You see what I'm saying? What is they on, bro? Y'all is standing out here on some dirty shit. Oh man, bro. Shout out to Duty Low though. Duty Low, the only one I can't say nothing bad about because he the only one not in jail. I'm pretty sure dude right here is locked up right now on a conspiracy drug charge. You touring the country, one of the hottest rappers in the world, and your ass is selling drugs. So dude with the Black and Mild, he the only one I can't say nothing bad about because he the only one free. Yeah, he hitting that Black and Mild. He is. But he from Kankakee, man. It's a little ratchet out there. But he the only one that had a brain, man. He got the biggest head out there, too. He the only one with a brain, man. Because Booney Mo, he finna do like 5 to 7. He finna do like 5 to 7. He'll be out, though. He'll be all right. But both of them should have been telling dude right here, hey, Durk, you a superstar, bro. You shouldn't even be in, bro, your name shouldn't even be in this. You a superstar. We got Rolls Royces and shit. They got a Maybach out here sitting on hydraulics. They got a Maybach out here bouncing up and down at a gas station, bro. This hood shit gotta stop. Look at this shit, man. Man, he got a Maybach out here bouncing outside the gas station, bro. This shit gotta stop, man. Ain't no way this could continue, man. Ain't no way. Bro, can you imagine how them white people in Memphis be looking at these niggas, man? These niggas. Now, I ain't even gonna lie, though. The Maybach bouncing in front of the gas station, that's hard. I ain't even gonna act like it's not. It's ignorant. You know what I'm saying? It's overly ignorant. It's out of 10, it's an 11 on the ignorant scale. But that's cold though. This is flexing harder than pulling out some money. He about 300 pounds. He leaning on the Maybach and it's still bouncing. He 300 pounds. He leaning on the Maybach and it's still bouncing. I'm still disappointed though. I'm still right. That's what I'm saying. They is flexing, but why don't y'all rent an Airbnb or something, bro? Y'all ganged out at the gas station. Oh man, y'all ganged out. When I first saw this video, I thought that this man was wearing a gas station. He wearing a gas station uniform, bro. See, this shit gotta stop, bro. This why I left the hood, man. Cause y'all don't know when to stop playing. You bouncing the Maybach in the front, so the white people scared to pull up and get gas, and you inside the gas station with a shell. You inside the gas station with a uniform on, bro. Come on, man. Oh, Scrooly G did that and got his Airbnb lit up. Well, he ain't go far enough because his ass should have went to Miami. Oh man, bro. This just look bad on us. No, see, I ain't gonna lie. See, YTB Fat, he funny, bro. He funny for this. You know, I give him credit. Going in the gas station, putting on the uniform, that shit is hilarious. Bouncing on having the Maybach bouncing in front of the stove, that shit is hilarious. But bro, I know Shell Corporate probably called the gas station and said, what is this we seeing on YouTube? Y'all think, look, you see what I'm saying? Y'all think that the corporate office of Shell ain't called this gas station and say, what is going on? Yeah, he LARPing as a worker. And see, this is why I left the hood, bro, because don't nobody know when to stop playing, bro. Don't nobody know when to stop playing and chill out, man. Don't nobody know when. Go on that music video and watch the intro. Told show. Well, if they shot it up, I can't play it, but I'm gonna definitely watch it though, because I ain't even know that happened. Shell hires meth addicts. Yeah, clearly Shell don't care, bro. Because that means one of the workers had to reach behind the counter and hand Fat a shirt. You know what I'm saying? That means one of the workers, he got an extra shirt in the break room, and he didn't, you know what I'm saying? You know, imagine Fat walking there. Hey, man, listen, man, I get one of them Shell t-shirt, man. He said, yeah, buddy, sure, no problem. Man, bro. Lil Durk shouldn't even been around this guy right here. It ain't YTB Fat fault, but it just looked bad on Lil Durk. You dropping songs called Federal Nightmare. You featuring on songs called Conspiracy. You didn't, bro. You say you got money that's gonna knock somebody out their shoes. You making jail calls to the killers. You got one of the killers that say he free and he telling. This just look bad, bro. Yeah, Dewey Fo killed his cousin and then got killed by his cousin. You in the video with your cousin that killed your other cousin, then he got killed by y'all other cousin. Y'all see why the streets ain't worth it? He in the video with his cousin. His cousin that killed one of their cousins, and then another one of their cousins killed him. So you got three niggas with damn near the same grandma that's all either victims or perpetrators of each other. This shit ridiculous. Durk dad ain't do life. He got sentenced to life, but he got out after like 26 years. So his pops is free. Who let him behind the counter? Hey, look, if you just a little dude working at the Shell and Fat come in there with 50 guys, Hey, man, let us shoot the video on her, man. And matter of fact, let me get one of them shell polo, man. What you gonna say if you just a gas station worker in there by yourself? And fat walking there with 50 niggas, man. Hey, man, we finna shoot this little video on her, man. You know, dude was like, yeah, sure. Yeah, here, I got a shirt right here for you. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, man, we finna shoot this video outside, man. I got the Maybach bouncing in front of the store, man. Shout out to Memphis, man. I got a lot of family in Memphis. Matter of fact, I got a family reunion in Memphis in July. So shout out to Memphis. But I know how y'all be. Y'all be overly ignorant in Memphis. I already know, bro. I already been to Memphis several times. Yeah, we finna do this music video. Right. You know, in Memphis, they don't say music. They say we finna shoot this music video, man. Oh man. See, it ain't fat fault, man. But it's Lil Durk fault. Cause it ain't YTB or nobody in Memphis, Atlanta, or Chicago fault that Lil Durk in his 30s still in the hood. Ain't gotta be. Ain't gotta be. You and somebody auntie, he in somebody auntie living room right here sitting on the couch. I know somebody auntie house when I see it. I know an auntie couch and some auntie curtains when I see them. This is somebody auntie house on Princeton. Why is you over here? If you not from Chicago, ain't no nice part of Princeton. Okay? If for all people that ain't from Chicago, if you got some money, you ain't got no business on no Princeton. I don't care if it's 63rd in Princeton, 73rd in Princeton, 95th in Princeton. It ain't no part of Princeton you should be on as a millionaire. I appreciate that, Ricolini. Yeah, Chief Keef was the winner because his ass went to Tarzana, California, where a lot of these guys, Lil Durk should have been his neighbor. He should have been in the same neighborhood, man. But no, Lil Durk only go to California to pay somebody to kill somebody. Look, y'all done trapped out auntie backyard. Y'all done dropped auntie low. Now all the ops know what the back of auntie house look like because y'all in here deep as hell. You know what I'm saying? Auntie probably cooked all y'all niggas some food because she felt bad and y'all 50 deep. So I hope you broke auntie off a little bit of that money. Yeah, he on Princeton, bro. He got a mansion. He on 60th in Princeton. Oh my God. Again, I know broke people that ain't even pulling, that don't even want to pull up on 60th in Princeton. Why a millionaire is over here? The only thing I can think is that he wanted to go to jail. He had to. He must wanted to go to jail, bro. Man, I got an auntie and uncle live on Princeton right now. I don't even visit them. I love them to death, man, but I don't even go to my uncle's house on Princeton. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't even go to my uncle's house on Princeton. So why this guy is as a millionaire, why he's sitting on Princeton with all his jewelry on and stacks of money, I never understand. Look where he at, man. This ridiculous, bro. It look cool. We ain't gonna act like the music trash, the music hard. The fans like when you get on some super gangster shit. But at the same time, bro, you too old for this, bro. You too. No, Toe Show, I do love him to death, man. I was over there a couple years ago. You know what I'm saying? I've gone back once or twice in the 2020s, but I try to only be over there a couple times every 5 years, man. I'm not going to Princeton, the auntie and uncle house. You know what I'm saying? They got a nice house over there. It's nice. They've been living on Princeton, but I'm not going, especially not now, because now I'm talking shit. So when I go to Chicago, I'm not trying to have a nigga see me on Princeton. But I wasn't going over there before anybody even seen my face. I ain't even like going over there in high school, but I still went because it's my auntie and uncle house. Man, flexing the street they don't even own, man. Auntie probably paying rent and they done just ganged her whole house out. Like, it's no need for all y'all to be in auntie house like this, bro. Y'all shooting videos like he shot this video like they still trying to make it out, bro. And this what I don't understand about Lil Durk. He in the hood like he's still trying to make it out, bro. He's shooting videos on 60 and from Princeton like he on the come up trying to get out the hood. Why? Why is we even doing this? Yeah, bro. He over here with this big ass chain on and all this money acting like he's still trying to make it out. Y'all done ganged auntie house completely out. Look at Vernie sitting right here. Y'all done ganged auntie house completely out, bro. You got 50 gang members all sitting on auntie couch. They in auntie alley. Now auntie neighbors calling the police because all she see is niggas in her alley. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, shout out to Riccolini, man. Yeah, shout out to AK-47 too, man. Appreciate that, Riccolini. Then Durk flex being in Princeton on this in this video. He renewing his gangster card, bro. Yeah, bro, they better have cleaned up auntie house. They better have cleaned up auntie house because you know they done smoked 50 backwoods. They done probably ashed all on auntie couch. It's ashes on auntie floor. Come on, man. Y'all too grown to be this ganged out on 60th at Princeton, man. Man. See, that's what I'm saying. See, I understand loving the part of the city that you from. You know what I'm saying? That's like telling somebody from Brooklyn when they get some money, don't go back to Brooklyn. I get it. But at the same time, we not sitting in auntie house 50 deep like we did in high school. And if I'm rich in my 30s. Yeah, they done broke the backwoods down all on auntie counters. Now auntie got backwood guts all over her counters. She got ashes on the floor. These niggas probably ain't wiped their shoes off before they came up them stairs, which I know Lil Durk's shoes was clean. He probably bust these shoes fresh out the box. So I know Lil Durk's shoes was clean, but I can't say the same for everybody he got in this video, though. I know these two right here, I know they shoes was clean, but I can't say the same thing about everybody else. He said they probably even broke something. That's what I'm saying. Y'all too deep in this house, bro. But why is we still on some gang? Why is we still trying to be gangster, bro? And I ain't trying to hear no old man talk, no, because it'll only be somebody that's 35, 40 years old that'll come in here and say, oh man, once you a gangster, you can't just turn that off. You gotta be you a gangster. Man, shut up. You better know how to turn it off because you niggas turn that gangster shit off in the courtroom for sure. So I know you could turn it off. I didn't see it get turned off. Yeah, I did some dumb shit and went to court in a suit with some loafers on. So you could turn that ignorant shit off at any time you want. Oh, academics. Hey, I appreciate that, Riccolini. I thought you was talking about AK. You talking about the original AK. Oh, okay. I got you. I get it. He trying to be gangster because that's what pay the bills. But bro, and see, that's the thing. I understand that his fans, Lil Durk fans, want him to be gangster. You know what I'm saying? But let me show you something. This little money he holding right here, he could have invested that somewhere and not even had to rap no more. So it wouldn't have mattered what his fans want him to do. He could have, and first of all, bro, his fans wouldn't have, bro, just because his fans like the gangster shit, that don't mean that they didn't want to hear nothing else from him. But even if that's all they wanted to hear, all the money he be flexing in these music videos, he could have put in some investment fund and not even had to rap no more. But nah, we walking around on 60th and Princeton with all this, with a meat roll. I would have gave this to an investor. And then I would have said, oh, well, I ain't got to rap about no gangster shit no more. If don't nobody listen to my music no more after this, oh well. I got 10 kids. I ain't got time to be no gangster. I got to go to 10 different report card pickups. He got 10 kids, bro. So that means he got to go to 10 different report card pickups. When he go to report card pickup, he got to go in different classrooms, multiple classrooms he got to go in to get all them report cards. I don't know Chud the Builder. I just heard he was racist and then he shot somebody on some stupid shit. But I honestly had never heard of him. That's what I'm saying, Blord. You can turn that gangster stuff off. And bro, once you get a certain age, you gotta turn it off. Because what you gonna be 50? You gonna be 50 still going to auntie house with the whole gang? You gonna be 50 doing that? Auntie gonna be dead by the time you 50. So who house y'all gonna be in? Yeah, I know Benjamin. Lil Durk fell off in like 2013, 2014, but then he came back in 2017 and he made a song like Homebody. He made a song called India. He made a song for his wife and people was streaming that. So he should have turned all that. He should turn all that gangster shit off, man. You say I'm 49. I did all my dirt in the mid 90s. That's what I'm saying, Ink G. So Ink, that's what I'm saying. That would have been like you even 10 years ago when you was 39, you at auntie house, letting all your homies ash the backwoods on the floor at auntie house. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. Right. You got to turn it off, bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I used to be in my mama crib with 5-10 guys. We ashing on the floor and shit, looking stupid. You know what I'm saying? We all standing in the alley behind my mama crib, looking stupid. But I was a teenager. I wasn't 34. I was a teenager. It's gonna be his house when he 50. Yeah, bro. Yeah, some people ain't got inner monologues, or if they do, their inner voice is just telling them to do some more gangster shit. Because some of us, our inner voice tell us, "Oh man, you tweaking, bro. You need to calm down." And some people inner voice just be on some gang shit. Some people inner voice got a shiesty mask on, bro. Some people inner voice, they conscious is wearing a shiesty. And I don't know what you could do about something like that, bro. Yeah. When Jim Jones came back out, I felt like Jim Jones should have been a businessman and executive. The last thing a 50-year-old man fresh out of jail should have been doing is rapping. But whatever, man. He did it for Harlem or something. I'm sure that Harlem appreciate that. Shout out to Harlem. But he should have been on some businessman shit. You 50. Ain't nobody trying to hear you rap except some niggas in Harlem. That's what I'm saying. Lil Durk essentially hit the lottery. And you flying, bro. Imagine this, bro, because he in the hood in this video. So imagine how he got to the hood, right? He woke up in his mansion. Drove to the airport, got on a private jet, landed in Chicago, got picked up by an SUV that pulled his ass up to the worst neighborhood on the South Side. What kind of shit is that when you started your day in a mansion? Somewhere during that ride, I would have felt too stupid and turned my ass back around. Because ain't no way I'm gonna wake up in the mansion with my wife and my kids, and then I'm gonna get on a private jet and land in Chicago just to tell my driver, take me to the hood. Take me to folks in them auntie house on 60th Street. Like, what kind of shit is that, man? You get off a private jet and you tell your driver, take me to folks in them auntie crib. That's ignorant, bro. That's overly ignorant, bro. That's overly ignorant, bro. You just woke up in a mansion with your wife and kids. Now you at folks in them auntie house in Chicago. Come on, bro. In your 30s, bro. Because when this come out, he 33. So his ass was 30 when this came out. He was 30. Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah, Sean gonna have to convert to Islam to be protected in jail because dude and them might think that dude and them in jail might think Sean too pretty for jail. See what I'm saying? Dude and them in Florida that they've been in jail already serving life. They might think Sean kind of cute. So he gonna have to turn Muslim so the Muslims could protect him. Cause I know the gang members ain't gonna protect him speaking like how he talk. Damn, he said he's stuck in Neverland. That's crazy. He said he's stuck in Neverland. You talking about the feds? The feds Neverland? Yeah, the feds Neverland. Because you catch a murder for hire in the feds, your ass is never getting out. Just like you catch a murder in Florida, your ass is never getting out. Your ass is in Neverland with Peter Pan. Peter Pan, your cellmate. Oh man, Ink, don't do him like that, Ink G. Man, he say his hand gonna be in somebody's pocket. Man, bro. Hip hop is stuck on Israel. See, that's the thing, though. Even if you want to say hip hop is a psyop and all these guys trying to be gangster is the result of a psyop, I grew up in the hood, so I can tell you firsthand, you don't have to be a gangster to be in the hood. You can live your life in the hood without ever gang banging. You can go to parties. You can have a girlfriend. You can go out to eat. You can post up on the block. You can go to the park. You can do whatever you want in the hood without being a gang member. The guys that be gang banging, them niggas slow. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Everybody I know personally that was gang banging, it's not much going on up here. I'm just keeping it real, bro. I ain't even trying to talk down on nobody because I'm talking people I know. Like everybody I know that was really gang banging, bro, they don't even know if they live in North or South America, bro. I bet you go to the hood, 5 out of 10 niggas can't tell you which America they live in. But see, the neutrons in the hood, they could tell you where they at. It's 2 different type of people in the hood, bro. It's 2 different type of people in the hood. Because everybody in the hood ain't gang banging. It's a small percentage of niggas that just could not accept. It's just a handful that ain't got nothing going on up here that's gang banging, bro. Cause I remember being in high school, it looked cool to gang bang in Chicago. That shit was very cool when I was in high school. But at the same time, I'm seeing these niggas get killed. That ain't look cool. That ain't look cool at all. Because everybody I know that was gang banging, when somebody started shooting, they pushed everybody down and ran. So that said, oh, you gang banging, but you scared to die. You can't do both. You can't gang bang and be scared to die. What kind of shit is that? Who told you you were supposed to live? I ain't never understood how. I know so many people gang banging, and all the gang bangers that I knew in Chicago, all the gang members, they told me the same thing, bro. All of them said, I love my life. No, you don't. What you standing around for? Man, bro. Yeah, Lil Tim free, because Lil Tim was in the South where you can defend yourself. You don't punch nobody in the South. King Von mistake was putting his hands on somebody in Georgia. Georgia is the South. You don't put your hand on nobody south of Indiana because it's a stand your ground state. Every single one. Your ass will get murdered. And it's not even considered murder. They young, but I remember being 18. I remember being 17. I wasn't that stupid. And I got all F's in school. I ain't even graduated from high school. I wasn't that slow, though. Say I grew up in East St. Louis, then gang bang, clean record. That's what I'm saying, Saucy Chris. Not be a follower, bro. You know what I'm saying? People from the outside looking in, they think everybody in the hood gang banging. But no. What y'all think? Ain't nobody got a job? Ain't nobody a cop or a judge? Everybody ain't gang banging. It's a small percentage of guys that don't really think that hard, bro. You know what I'm saying? He punched Quando. Yep, he punched him and then got shot. Then his homie and them pulled out guns in front of off-duty police officers, and they got shot. Just an all bad situation. Yeah, it's a big world. You know what I'm saying? I know guys that got killed before without even ever seeing what Florida looked like. You know what I'm saying? I know a dude that I know somebody that died before he even knew what it was like to be a senior in high school because he was gang banging so hard. He didn't even get to know what Spirit Week was going to look like senior year, bro. Yeah, St. Louis rough. Bernal Tosho, he from East St. Louis, so that's in Illinois. Low key, East St. Louis damn near worse than St. Louis, to be honest with you, because I ran track with a dude in college. He was gang banging, bro, but he had a full athletic scholarship. But when he went back to East St. Louis, he got smoked. East St. Louis is in Illinois. It's on the other side of the border at St. Louis, Missouri. But it's low-key worse. It's low-key worse. Like, y'all ever heard of East Chicago? East Chicago is a city in Indiana that's very dangerous. It ain't that far from Gary. And it's not Chicago. It's just a city in Indiana called East Chicago. And that shit is worse than Chicago. It's worse than the worst part of Chicago. Shout out to EC and Gary, though. Yeah, bro. Lil Durk just disappointed because, for one, the main reason Lil Durk finna go down, bro, is because you got too many people that don't owe you no loyalty that you paid to kill. And that's what they saying. Listen, let me tell y'all how it go in the streets. Damn, Mr. Go Get 'em, you live in EC? Shit, bro. Hey, well, if you know a light-skinned nigga named Eli, man, shout out to Eli. There's probably a lot of light-skinned niggas named Eli. That's just a light-skinned name, ain't it? Anyway, let me tell y'all how the streets work. Lil Durk shouldn't have had to pay nobody to do nothing. Why? Bro, if we in the street, I'm trying to get revenge. It don't matter if I'm a millionaire or a billionaire. Why am I paying y'all to do something if y'all trying to avenge my friend? If this ain't your friend, then that means I got to pay you to avenge him because you don't care about avenging my friend. That's just my friend. So, but if that's the case, why don't I go do it? Or just turn, first of all, ain't no get back for Vaughn. I'm going to just say it like this, bro. Everybody that was on the internet saying get back for Vaughn is a goofy. Is a goofy. They the same as a female that started an argument on purpose. Ain't no get back for somebody that got killed in self-defense. How is we trying to get back for somebody that got killed after he punched somebody with 50 guys behind him? No, I don't think Lil Durk gonna beat this case. No, I ain't gonna lie. I think he got a 15-20% chance of beating the case. That's what I'll say. I think Lil Durk got a small chance of beating it. But the point is, he shouldn't even be in no case to be beaten. He should be, right now, he should be in the yard throwing the football to his son. Paying for his daughters to get their nails done. He shouldn't even be fighting no case. He should be in the burbs, in the yard, you know what I'm saying? India, whipping up something for dinner, and Lil Durk and his son throwing the football around. That's what he should be. A Buford. That's what I'm saying. A Bruford. But, you know, people on the internet, people just gonna troll. That's kind of what the internet is for, trolling, right? So everybody's telling him to slide for Vaughn. And see, I'm from Chicago, so I know that even though Durk is an adult, him seeing people say slide for Vaughn and people in the hood seeing people say slide for Vaughn, that's kind of messing with him. Because sliding for your homie already is irrational. But now you got 1 million people. I'm gonna keep it 100. If your homie gang banging and somebody kill him, you better not go back and get back for nothing, because your homie can't say thank you. So ain't no point in you getting back for nothing. Your homie ain't gonna come back out the ground and say, "Oh, good looking, G." After you get back for him, he ain't gonna come back and thank you. He ain't gonna come back and smoke a wood with you or nothing. So you might as well move on. Mimo and Yella. Well, see, Yella wasn't really involved in no war with Mimo Hood. King Yella is from around Lil Durk neighborhood. Yella ain't from nowhere around Old Block and 600. So they can hang out because Yella and his people wasn't even involved in no war with Old Block. Yella was just hanging around Duck. But Yella wasn't even from the same neighborhood, bro. It would take you 15 minutes to drive from where Mimo from to where Yella from. Because Yella is from somewhere not that far from Yella, closer to this block than he is to O Block. So y'all say the lights, yeah, slide for some accountability. That's what I'm saying. Now, see, yeah, the Foolio dude. So y'all say that he shot Foolio before? Because he took accountability, but that accountability don't mean nothing, bro. That don't mean nothing to a jury in Florida. All the jury in Florida is thinking them is working people, bro. All they thinking is you got in the car and drove to go kill somebody on some gang shit. So they don't care what type of accountability you took. Them Florida people on that jury, they just want you off the streets. They don't care what you say your mission is. You say your mission is to lead the youth in the right direction. You should have been doing that shit before you hopped in the car. So y'all say he the one that shot Foolio in the foot. So he should have left it right there, right? He should have got online and told him, I shot you in the foot. You goof ass. But and that's it. You slid again, and now your ass got life on some stupid shit. That's some stupid shit, bro. When I was 20, I was in college. When I was 20, I was throwing parties. This nigga in the courtroom because he did some dumb shit. Yeah, Foolio was overly lacking, but damn, was he that much of a threat that they had to pull up to Tampa? You know, Tampa is not the same as Jacksonville. Tampa is a lot safer than Jacksonville. So them pulling up there is stupid, bro. That's overly stupid, bro. Yeah, Foolio was lacking though. Foolio should have had his birthday party in Houston. You know what I'm saying? I know Tampa is far from Jacksonville, but if I was Foolio and I was just going to rent out a random Holiday Inn hotel, Foolio would have been better off having a birthday party in Chicago. At least in Chicago, ain't none of them your ops. They just going to be, oh man, they going to be fanned out in Chicago. That's Julio Foolio. He should have just drove his ass to Chicago to have a birthday party. Yeah, Tampa is a nice city. You not finna drive from Jacksonville and do nothing in Tampa. You gonna get life, bro. And Florida, it's too hot to be in jail in Florida. Ain't no point in throwing your life away at all, but it's even worse when you throw your life away just to be in that cell sweating all year. Because it's too damn hot to be doing some serious time in Florida. Yeah, Foolio should have left Florida in general. A lot of guys should have left their city. See, regular people ain't got to leave their city. But when you gang banging, you got to go. This ain't nothing. Am I saying something? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I saying something that's out of the ordinary? Regular people ain't got to leave their city. But when you gang banging, your ass got to go. You can't be coming back like Lil Durk. Because that means Lil Durk coming back to the hood listening to some broke niggas. You know what I'm saying? That means Foolio still was in Florida where his ops was at. And Foolio made he was very disrespectful guy. He was very disrespectful. He should have been living Texas probably wasn't even far enough. But to keep it real, Foolio would have been safer living in Chicago. He would still be alive if he was living in Chicago. I doubt dude and them would have drove all the way to Chicago to get him. It's too cold for them Floridians. But maybe that's why Foolio ain't move up there, because it's too cold for him. He from Florida. He got shot in Texas too. Damn, so he just hot. He got Foolio got shot in Texas too. Man, so he just hot. Yeah, FBG Duck should have left Chicago. Duck would still be alive. Duck would still be alive even if he went to Wisconsin. Duck could have went to Milwaukee because Duck was already doing shows in Milwaukee, so everybody already loved him up there. But Milwaukee a little bit too close. You know what I'm saying? People from Chicago do be driving up to Wisconsin. You know, because listen, if you live on the north side of Chicago, you could be in Wisconsin in 20 minutes. So in some parts of the north side. So yeah, Duck should have went to Florida. Foolio should have went to Chicago. They should have exchanged places. They'll both still be alive. Vaughn shouldn't have never punched nobody. He'll be in jail right now, but he'll be alive. You know what I'm saying? His son to be able to go see him. You know what I'm saying? But now Vaughn's son got to watch music videos and shit to see him. And then on top of that, bro, y'all know kids talk. Can y'all imagine what Lil Durk kids are saying, what the kids are saying at school with Lil Durk kids right now? Y'all think ain't nobody told Lil Durk's son at school, oh man, yo pops crashed out. I just seen a nigga make a video about your pops on YouTube. Your pops crashed out. Y'all think them kids ain't saying that? Right, that's what I'm saying, Big Whooping. Wisconsin too close to Chicago because everybody in Chicago done been to Wisconsin and vice versa. Trap, how can we live in Texas if there's no water because of data centers? I don't know, man. Ain't no water in Arizona either, but people live out there. You think Vaughn would have beat his case? Hell no. No, hell no. The FBI was going to pick up his case. I mean, no. Look, Vaughn probably would have beat the Florida. I mean, he probably would have beat the Atlanta case. And if they did try to investigate him for something in Chicago, Vaughn would have definitely beat a Chicago or an Atlanta case. But the longer Vaughn was alive, the more chance it was of the FBI picking it up. And once the feds picked up anything that had to do with Vaughn, he was going down. Because they already found the O Block 5 guilty in a RICO. So if Vaughn was still alive, Vaughn would have been at the head of that RICO. See, them guys in the O Block 5, they ain't even had nobody to tell on. If Vaughn was alive, he would have been the one they had to tell on to get out. But he wouldn't have had nobody to tell on. At the very least, Vaughn would have got picked up in that RICO case in 2021, and he would have been finished. Because all of them got life. Even the dude that made the call that ain't do no shooting or none of that, he got life. So no, Vaughn would have beat the city. Vaughn would have beat the state cases, but he wouldn't have beat no Fed case. All they got to, because it don't take much for the feds to prove that you a gang leader, especially when you done bought everybody a chain with the name of the gang on it. So the feds ain't got to do nothing to prove that you a gang leader because you proved to them that you a gang leader. So no, he would have been in jail, but he would have been alive though. Trap, could you ever see yourself going to the UAE or Saudi Arabia? Hell no. If I want to go to the desert, I'll take my ass to Arizona. Plus, I can't go to the UAE. I criticize them on camera, so they damn near gonna have a warrant for me out there. I'm not about to go to jail in the desert. Y'all got me overly messed up. And I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. I'm scared. Yeah, if I want to be hot, I'll move to Palmdale, California. If I want to be hot all day, I'm not going to Saudi Arabia. I'm scared. I go to Syria before I go to one of them countries. I'm scared. I go to Baghdad. They look way nicer in Iraq. I go to Iraq before y'all know, if y'all watch my channel, y'all know I literally can't go to the UAE. They will lock me up in the airport. And I'm not even just saying that, bro. It's an actual cybercrime law that if you criticize them on the internet, your ass going to jail. So if I ever landed in Dubai, y'all would know, because Amnesty International will be posting, YouTuber Trap University has been arrested on cybercrime charges landing in the Dubai International Airport. Brazil or the UAE? Brazil. Every day. I would be live right now from Brazil if I could. Brazil or the UAE? That ain't no question. I'll be in Sao Paulo right now. Trap, go to South Africa? Yeah, I'll go to South Africa. Y'all get wild in South Africa, though. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all getting a little too wild. I don't know. Man, y'all get too wild in South Africa. Maybe though. Maybe I'll go. India or UAE? India, without question. Yeah, Nimi, no me, Nimi. Yeah, I can't go to. Yeah, no, I'm scared to go to the UAE or Saudi Arabia. I'm terrified. I ain't going. Yeah, I'll go to Afghanistan before I go to Dubai. And say, damn, Habibi. Yeah, bro. I will be in Delhi before you ever see me in Abu Dhabi. What's going on in Argentina? Oh boy. Oh, the president with the chainsaw. Trinidad and Tobago. Man, it's a little dangerous down there. Go to Syria. If I did, I'll vlog it. Y'all will see. Gas, yeah, it's about $5. Yeah. Yeah, Arizona more expensive for everything. But yeah, gas, yeah, bro. We ain't gonna see gas go back down for a little minute. But no, I can't go. Listen, if I went to the Middle East, bro, I'll go to Iraq, I'll go to Syria. I probably wouldn't go to Afghanistan. I ain't lying. Yeah, they seem nice and all, but I ain't going. I'm not going to Somalia either. I'm straight. I'm not going to Somalia. I'll go to Tanzania. Know what I'm saying? I'll go to Tanzania. I'll go to Ghana. But as far as the Middle East, I'll never go to Saudi Arabia. I'll never go to the UAE. I'll never go to Kuwait. I'll never go to Oman. Nowhere where they making the Indian people work for free. Yeah, wink, wink. I'm not going over there. Go to Cuba. Oh man, I'm not trying to get caught in no blackout. And it's 99 degrees out in Cuba. It's beautiful, but they got to get their economy straight before I go. Would you go to Egypt? Yeah, I would go to Egypt. I heard they be doing funny stuff with tourists though. I heard you would get hassled in the airport. You would get finessed. But that's cool. I like history. I want to see the pyramids. Cuba getting occupied? Well, maybe if they occupied, I'll go. But they got to actually improve it. Because, see, we did all that in Venezuela. And in Venezuela, they still only making $100 a month. So what we even take the president out of Venezuela for if everybody's still broke? What did we go into Venezuela for if everybody in Venezuela still broke? That shit crazy. Yeah, they'll do me overly dirty. If I went to the UAE, bro, the police will probably kidnap me and take me to the royal palace, bro. They'll probably take me in front of the ruler to get beheaded. On some real shit. They'll probably do that shit to me in front of the royal family if I ever went out there. Haiti or Dubai? Haiti. I'll be out there with barbecue before I go to Dubai. Yeah, we went to Venezuela and they still broke. So what did we even go to Venezuela for? We went over there and they still protesting to get a higher wage. I mean, they say that it was about the petrodollar. They say that Venezuela was doing some stuff with China with the petrol, and we didn't like that, so the president had to go. Bro, want the Dubai chocolate. Dubai chocolate overrated too. Yeah, it's overrated. Yeah, I done had it before. Me and my wife had Dubai chocolate. It's overrated, just like the city. I'm not going nowhere where I can't criticize the government. I'll make money criticizing the government. What the hell I'm gonna do in Dubai? I'm just be a good boy, be on my best behavior, huh? I'm not going nowhere where I can't criticize the government. See what I'm saying? That's the good thing about America. I can call Donald Trump fat. I can call Joe Biden old. You do that shit in the Middle East, your ass going to jail. I mean, even in Asia, because you can't talk about the king in Thailand. You would get 10 years criticizing the king. I'm not going to no country like that. I'm straight. I mean, Spain do that. Technically, in Spain, you can't you're not supposed to criticize the royal family in Spain, but I still go to Spain. I just won't say nothing about y'all. Yeah, shout out to Spain. I love Spain. No, you can't do it in North Korea. You can do it in South Korea, though. Hey, I'm Haitian, man. Yeah. Hey, listen, I'll be in Port-au-Prince before I ever be in Dubai. Oh, man. Yeah, I already know, Joe. That's why I'm not going. They going to take me and I'm going to meet the ruler of Dubai. And he going to have dude with the sword. Say, tell him to get down. And they gonna do me right on the spot if I'm not going. No, I ain't saying nothing about that the other country either. A certain country in the Middle East with white people, I'm not saying nothing about them. I'm scared too. I'm scared of Israel. I'm scared. I'm not saying nothing. What's good, Post? J Money drop a video on the K2 kid that happened at Edmonton. His name K2. What more Pooh Shiesty got to do to make the title? I'm Pooh Shiesty ain't make the title because I'm not even disappointed in Pooh Shiesty. His name is Shiesty, bro. I should never have expected nothing different from Pooh Shiesty. For you to just be out of jail, still on parole, and your name even come up in the robbery. We ain't even talking about if you committed the robbery. Your name shouldn't even be coming up in no felony if you just got out the feds. So I'm not even disappointed in Pooh Shiesty because I didn't have no expectations of that man anyway. Like I say, I got cousins in Memphis, so I already know what he was on. You a nigga from Memphis that they call Shiesty. I know where the Pooh came from because 6 out of 10 black people got an auntie, mom, or grandma they call them Pooh, right? So that's where you got Pooh from. But I know where you got Shiesty from and your ass from Memphis. So I'm not even disappointed in Pooh Shiesty. I didn't have no high expectations of him to begin with. They say his daddy was on the robbery, man. He was doomed from the start, man. Pooh Shiesty been doomed since the year 2000 when he was born, man. Pooh is just something that his mama or his grandma probably called him. You know what I'm saying? When I was a baby, that's mama called me. I think that's just some black people shit. But the Shiesty, no, you added Shiesty on there. So you added that because you was Shiesty in Memphis. You know how bold you got to be Shiesty in Memphis? Bro, have y'all ever been to Memphis? That's what I say. I got a family reunion in Memphis in July. Me and my wife ain't even going because I don't even want my wife down there. My wife is not black. She not from no city where niggas be walking around with switches and Dracos. So I'm not taking my wife to go meet my cousin them in Memphis. I love y'all. We ain't coming though. Yeah, so I'm not even disappointed in Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty wasn't even acting gangster. He just a real gangster. He just like jail. Pooh Shiesty the type of nigga that go in jail and brag that he eating steak off commissary, man. So he was doomed. He was doomed from the beginning, man. I'm not even disappointed in him. No, that's what I'm saying. Hey, no, you know, I'm not taking my wife to meet cousin them in Memphis, man. And listen, I'm not saying that my cousin them is on that. You know what I'm saying? They nice, and it's a lot of them. So we'll be 100 deep out there because I got 40 cousins in Memphis. No exaggeration. I got like 4 cousins. They got 10 kids each. They deep as hell out there. And they ain't even the problem. I'm just not taking my wife to Memphis. I done already been. I seen Memphis for her. She ain't got to see it. We ain't going back. I told my mama, she say, is you going to the reunion? I say, nope. I ain't going. So yeah, I'm not even disappointed in Pooh Shiesty. That's why he ain't make the title because I ain't had no expectations in him. He ain't even acting gangster. He just too gangster. Say we can hear the accent. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They have my cousin them talking Memphis, man. We ain't going to Memphis. Mama Trap going? Yeah, my mama going, man. My mama stay in the mix with some hood shit. But you know, my mama going anyway. She don't care where they at. My mama was just in Memphis. So yeah, she going. She was just in Memphis. She don't care. She was just down there with them. Like 2 months ago. She don't care. Of course she going. My mama from the projects, bro. By the time I grew up, by the time I was like a kid in Chicago, all the projects was gone. So my mama grew up in the projects before they tore them down. She don't care at all. Matter of fact, I talked to my mama the other day. I said, where you at? She I'm on 75th. I'm like, man. man. And my mama got a college degree. She just from the projects, bro. My mama got a college degree. She a professional lady, got a good job, but she just from the projects. Some shit you just can't take out of people. Yeah, I can't tell her to stay out the hood. I already told her to stay out the hood. She don't care. Yeah, I heard Tyler Oliveira got deported to Israel, but what that mean? They just like revoked his pass? Like they just kicked him out? Tyler was playing with them people. You don't play with them people, bro. You don't play with them people, bro. Y'all know not to play with them people. I'm not playing with them people. I'll be very careful when I speak about certain places and people. I'm scared. I heard getting rid of the projects made Chicago worse. It did, but then it got better. So in the long run, it didn't make Chicago worse because there's way less murders now than it was when the projects was up. See, that's what the old niggas will tell you. Oh man, it was structure back in my day. Then how was it 1,000? I'm gonna show y'all how much safer Chicago is after the projects. Okay. The last projects got tore down in 2007. So I'm gonna show y'all how much safer it got after the projects went down. Don't even worry. I'm gonna show y'all what the projects did. Y'all see this? This is the number. This column represents the number of murders. Okay. 2025, Chicago had 416. Okay. In 2000, at the height of when everybody was gang banging in the projects, it was 636. In the 90s, when the projects was completely organized, we almost hit 1,000 murders. So right here, this when the projects got towed down. And as you can see, we had a couple bad years. 2021 was horrible. And so was 2016. But overall, we ain't never got back to 900 murders since the projects came down. Them tearing the projects down in Chicago was the best. Because listen, I don't like projects. Don't no city need projects. If your mayor talking about they need projects, he wants some bullshit to happen. Projects is the worst thing that ever happened to any city. You see this? When the projects was up, we had almost 1,000 murders. Now the kids don't even know what the projects is. We under 500. You see what I'm saying? When your mayor say we need affordable housing, he trying to build some projects. Vote his ass out. Your city don't need projects. It ain't gonna do shit but make it worse. What up, brat child? Projects was the worst thing. Tearing the projects down was the best thing to happen in Chicago. Because see, look, 07 was the last year they was up. And after 07, it went from 8 to 600 to straight in the 400s every year, except for one. You know why it was so many the year after the projects tore down? Because all the gang members was migrating to their new block. But once they got settled in their new block, murder rate instantly dropped. But then 2011, y'all know who came out of 2011, Chief Keef. So it kind of skyrocketed again. Then in 2013, King Von went to jail. So the murder rate went down again. And in 2021, y'all know what happened in 2021. COVID had just ended. Everybody was mad because they spent all their PPE money or PPP money. So all the gang members was back broke and mad, and they was geeked to be outside again without the city being shut down. So they was running wild with the switches. That's what happened in 2021. But as you can see, it didn't calm back down to 400. Yeah, the aftermath of COVID caused the highest number of murders the city has seen since 1995. Ain't that some shit? We ain't had that many murders since 1995. But then it fell back off the next year. And now we back under 500. See, if you look at the news, you would think 1,000 people was getting killed a year in Chicago. You seen it here first on Trap University. Okay. Chicago is a lot safer than it was in the 2000s. So don't let nobody tell you that it's getting worse. It got worse in 2021. That was 5 years ago. It's gotten better again. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody lie to you. The projects coming down was the best. Don't let no old nigga tell you that the projects was structure and we didn't do this back in my day. We wasn't running around with guns. So who was running around with the guns that killed 948 people then? Was it a dog? Was it a gang of dogs? Or was it a gang of cats? Because all the OGs told me that it was safer back in the day. But look at that. I'm glad I wasn't alive in 1992. Shit, I'm glad I wasn't born yet. Because that shit looked overly scary. Ain't nobody trying to deal with that. No, bro. No, Toheeb. You only saying that it's misdirected by blaming the projects because you ain't never been in a project building. The projects caused the gangs to have a headquarters to organize in. From this headquarters, they would aim sniper rifles out the window and have $100,000 drug operations going on. That doesn't happen anymore. That only happened because of the projects. So it's not a misdirection, nothing. All my big cousins grew up in the projects, and all of them then dodged 50 times more bullets than I ever have, just because by the time I was in high school, matter of fact, by the time I was a child, the projects was already gone. But all my cousins that grew up in the projects, you could ride past a cemetery and see their whole graduating class. I'm not lying. I didn't actually did that. I'm riding with my cousin one day when I was like 15. We rode past the cemetery. She pointed out like half of her graduating class, bro. It ain't no misdirection blaming the projects, nothing. Everybody was safe before the projects existed. We didn't need projects. Yeah, that's confirmed murders. I know people that grew up in the 90s, bro. I got big cousins. Listen, my parents had me late. Okay, so my cousins is 10 to 20 years older than me. So my big cousins grew up in the 90s. You know what I'm saying? One of my cousins was stepping over bodies coming out of the crib. So I know for a fact these is confirmed murders. I know people who was in Chicago in the 90s. I wasn't there, but all my cousins was, and they didn't confirm this shit. I knew the 90s was worse before I ever seen a statistic. I'm from Chicago. All my family was there in the 90s. I just wasn't born yet. But all their stories sound way worse than anything I went through in Chicago in the 2010s. 100%. This shit is confirmed. I ain't never had to step over a body coming out my house. My cousin did, though. In 1995, my cousin did. He had to step over a body. And in 1996, he opened the blind and he seen somebody get smoked at the park. I ain't never just opened the window for 1 second and seen a murder happen. So yeah, these numbers confirmed. No, ain't no misadventure in Chicago. That's what I'm saying. They was really armies. When the projects was up, the gangs was armies, bro. You can look this shit up on YouTube. They had sniper rifles aimed out the window, bro. I got you. Don't even worry about it. Cause this shit ain't got nothing on the hood. The hood vlogs now, bro, ain't nothing compared to when it was enough structure where you can tell somebody, hey, go post up out that window with that sniper. And if you see dude go past, pull the trigger. Man, they were shooting sniper rifles at police officers, bro. I can't even show you this video. I can't even show you this one with this lady crying. I can't even click it because as soon as the video come on, they carrying somebody out on the stretcher. I can't even show you that video, but this is inside of a project building that no longer exists. And it's unfortunate, but it wasn't all the project's fault. The projects just made it much worse. The projects gave the gangs a headquarters. It made it way worse. It was probably in that video, but I can't even show you that video, bro. I can't even show you the video, bro. Yeah. While Michael Jordan and them was winning championships, people was getting stepped on. Y'all see that? Who want to live like this, bro? I'm glad they told these motherfuckers down, bro. Who want to live? My mama done told me stories walking through courtyards like this where they was blowing when she was a little kid. Ain't nobody trying to live like that, bro. Ain't nobody trying to live like that. For sure, Dorkosaurus. It just really was like that. It really was like that in the 90s and the 80s. They was real paramilitaries. Because right now it's unorganized. You got a group of 10 guys running around, and that's the whole gang. In the projects, you had about 200 guys that's all taking orders from a group of guys that's taking orders from a group of guys that's taking orders from one guy. That's deadly. Yeah, New York was the same way. New York numbers even crazier, bro. New York numbers is even crazier, bro. New York was having like 1,200 murders in 1 year. Look at what New York was doing in 1972, bro. I done been to towns with less people than this in it. Yeah, when New Jack City come out in 91, in 1990, bro, it was 2,245 murders in New York City in 1990, bro. Look at this. Look at this, bro. This is a news source from New York. In 1990 in New York, they hit 2,000 murders. Y'all want to know what New York hit last year? 300. Y'all see the difference with the 90s and right now? In 1990, New York had over 2,000 murders. In 2025, they had 303. Yeah, the native gangs of Canada, I've definitely been looking into it. He said the council estates have been sold to private tenants, leading to gentrification. Yeah, bro. They need to tear down all the projects and break them up, bro. Projects don't do nothing but give the gang members a safe haven. And it's unfortunate because you got people in the projects that don't gang bang. But because the projects be their own community, the guys that is gang banging, they going to turn it to their headquarters. So now when auntie coming out the house trying to go to work, or unc coming out the house trying to go to work, now he got to go past the gang members, try not to get robbed or harassed because they going to make this shit their headquarters, tear all of them down. The only reason I say New York City could keep their projects because New York is safe for a big city. Chicago had more murders than New York in 2025, and New York is way bigger than Chicago. So that means that the projects can stay up in New York City because New York, the police know how to deal with it. Chicago is going to have more murders than New York, despite the fact that it's smaller than New York. So the NYPD and the FBI, they got New York on lock because you can gangbang in NYC, but you going to jail. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you could gangbang in New York right now and then retire and change your life. In New York, you going to change your life after you get out the feds because they don't play in New York. Yeah, even per capita, this makes New York way safer than Chicago because they have more people and average less and had less murders. DC is weird. Yeah, DC is weird. And DC got the most police per every 100 people. And it's still dangerous in DC. Yeah, New York too expensive to be gangbanging. And that's why all the gang members, see, in New York, they do raids. You don't see raids in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You see gang takedowns in New York before you see a gang takedown in any city. Look, see, in New York, they even dragging your baby mama out the house pregnant. You can't gang bang in New York. They dragging you and your baby mama out the house. No, they ain't playing that shit in New York. They doing takedowns in New York. I don't even know why niggas gang banging. Like, look at this guy. He's a dummy. What is you even talking to the camera for? Your ass is finna get barbecued in there. You in a chain. You literally chained to the nigga behind you. You need to be quiet, little bro. You chained to the nigga behind you and the one in front of you. You need to just stop talking, little bro. But yeah, this what happened, and this why New York's safer. This is why New York is safe. Because your ass will get fried trying to gang bang in New York, especially if you kill somebody, bro. You kill somebody in New York, the FBI is coming. They already there. The FBI ain't even got to do, they ain't got to commute. They ain't got to fly in. They ain't got to contact no office to come and get you. The FBI is already in New York, bro. The most dangerous federal courtroom in America is in Brooklyn. I'm going to say that again. The most effective federal courtroom in the United States of America is in Brooklyn, the Southern District of New York. When your ass in court and that paperwork say the Southern District of New York, you might as well just plead guilty. Yeah, New York is safe. And they be making me mad when I see people from small towns say that, oh, New York is dangerous. It's a shame what happened in New York. Like, nigga, New York is safe. You can walk around New York and not get touched. People do it every day. It's still the most visited tourist city in the country. Like, yeah, some things happen out there. It's New York City. It's a big ass city. But New York is not dangerous. It's not as dangerous as people think, because these guys don't be on the street that long. They be look at K Flock. He went to jail at 19. He ain't even get to turn 20 in the streets. In New York, they don't even let you turn 20 in the streets. If you in the streets, you gonna be in Rikers before 20, bro. You gonna have your first drink out the toilet. A nigga making some hooch in his cell, that's gonna be your first drink on your 21st birthday in New York. They don't play that shit in no, they don't play that. No, New York is not Chicago. Your ass will go down quickly. I ain't never seen, look what happened when I type in gang takedown in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? We got one from 3 years ago. Okay. We got one from 4 months ago. And then the next one was 11 years ago, bro. In the past 11 years, they done did 2 or 3 gang takedowns in Chicago. 2 or 3 in the last 11 years. They done did 2 or 3 in the past 1 year in New York. This from 5 months ago. They took down the 5'9" Brims last year, another gang last year. They took down another gang in the Bronx 2 years. So in the past 2 years, they didn't at least took down 5 different gangs in New York. They ain't playing out there. You say your coworker's from Chicago and he called himself the Giga nigga? Nah, bro, you gotta be trolling. And claims to be a gangster from O Block. If he say from O Block, he probably not from Chicago. That's probably the only block he know in Chicago. O Block is a small ass hood. So the chances of you meeting somebody from O Block outside of Chicago is slim. If you meet somebody out of town that say they're from O Block, they lying. O Block is a small hood. The chances of you meeting somebody from O Block out of town is teeny tiny. So he lying. He lying, man. But you probably already knew he was lying just by the way he called himself the Giga nigga. Like, come on, man. Yeah, he lying. He probably was trying to sound cool when he was talking to you, bro. But he lying. What's the name of that video? Which one? That's what I'm saying, bro. O Block is a tiny ass hood. So you see somebody out of town saying they from O Block, they just saying that because they don't know the name of no other block in Chicago. Yeah, I used to visit a girl in Harlem all the time, and yeah, it's getting gentrified, but of course you still have bad spots, but that's a universal thing. Right, of course there's bad spots. You know what I'm saying? But you know how people that like people that ain't from no city be saying like they be thinking that New York is just like so dangerous that soon as you get off the plane, something gonna happen to you. But it's not. And if you're not into nothing, you know, the worst you might have to worry about in New York is a crazy homeless person, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? New York ain't no. The NYPD don't let New York get out of hand for real. Not no more. They don't play that no more. Yeah, it's bad spots in every city. No, Carlos, I ain't really looked into the gangs in DC for sure. Yeah, I'm talking about NYC. Yeah, of course, it's different in Albany. You know what I'm saying? And it's different in now. I mean, unless you're in Rochester. Rochester is it's still probably ain't as bad as people think, but it's definitely some super rough areas in Rochester for sure. But you can manage out there. Like these guys. This guy right here, young. You got to stop shooting videos in the hood and rapping on this street shit once you get past 25. And he passed 25. There's no way he not. Because I was seeing him around the hood in 2011. So he got to be past 25. It's mad coming in upstate New York. Not the whole upstate, right? Because upstate New York is huge. See this right here? This is some mafia shit right here. They talking about a gambling ring. This the mafia. See, that's a mob wife right there. I could tell you right now, this is the mafia. Oh yeah, look. She say she live in Little Italy. I already knew it was the mafia. I ain't even have to say nothing. I already know this. Anything with gambling in Indiana or Chicago, it's the mafia. That's who run it. Oh yeah. I know. Going towards Pennsylvania, it'll get a little ratchet for sure, brat child. Put us on to some music you listen to. I can't play no music because they gonna strike my channel. I can't play no music, but I don't listen to nothing too out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? I might put on some Future. I might put on some Lil Durk, or I might not put on nothing. I don't really got much variety. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's so much mob activity in Chicago. It's not even no point in me talking about it no more. I made a video. But see, dude right here, man, he probably like a made man or something, man. Oh, Geno's. Oh, yeah. I didn't already came across Geno's in like research for one of my videos. So I know they with the mob. I already know. You see how his hair slick back? Yeah. See how his hair slick back? Yeah, he with the mob. Look at him. Yeah, man. I appreciate that, Dorcosaurus. I appreciate you pulling up too, my brother. Trap, how you feel about the current state of rap, especially after Rolling Loud? Um, I don't feel like it's much different than it was in like 2021 or 2020, I guess. Um, I don't know. Like I say, I just kind of view all music as like a distraction. So because I realized I wasted a lot of time like when I was a teenager, listening to music and shit. So I feel like the state of music is just as ignorant and distracting, or the state of rap is just as ignorant. I was surprised to see Bloodhound Q50 performing at Rolling Loud, though. They really let this man get up on the stage and Rolling Loud and diss all his dead ops. That's ridiculous. But whatever. I'm sure the people that put together Rolling Loud do not care. Nah, Dario. I don't say folks no more because I feel like that's ignorant. Because ain't nobody. I'm in the suburbs, so ain't no folks out here. So it wouldn't make no sense for me to call somebody folks out here because ain't nobody folks out here. He was popping perks mid performer. He flamed up a wood and he was in Florida. I'd have been scared to flame up in Florida, man. That shit illegal in Florida. Isn't Rolling Loud also where they had K Flock? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. They had K Flock up there too. So he's probably dissing his ops too. So that's what I'm saying. The state of rap now, it ain't much different than it was in like 2020. It's really not. Like all the same people damn near rapping now that was rapping in 2020, 2021. It ain't much different at all. How much you think the current media is backed by the CIA? Definitely what the old people watch. Definitely what the old people watch for sure. Like the news stations that your grandpa watched that don't know how to find the news on the internet. Can't trust none of that shit. Clav gets to do, man. Hey, Clavicula say he stopped doing that. Rolling Loud was so bad it was half influencers. You know, it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be like it was in like 2017. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the best time to go to a Rolling Loud was in the SoundCloud era. You know what I'm saying? That's back then when the music was a little bit more unique. Obviously, it's a lot of unique music out now, but I feel like it was something about like 2017, 2018 that was like a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not paying to see these niggas perform. I would never. If I want some concert tickets right now in a giveaway, I'll put them on sale. I'll be selling them. I don't even want to go to no concert. If I want to listen to some music, I'll put my headphones in. Yeah, it was different. In the mid to late 2010s. That was the last time you could probably go to Rolling Loud and see like a real Rolling Loud. Yeah, Brad Child and Dario. It ain't the same no more. It ain't the same. But I mean, you know, I ain't saying everything out is trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's a little different. Me personally, if I was gonna pay to go to a Rolling Loud, it would have been like back in 2018. Yeah, it's not the same no more. Bro, Charleston White got to stop talking about killing that dude. Like sometimes I hear Charleston White and I'll say he's speaking facts, but then he say some shit that make me look like he's just an evil motherfucker. He's just an evil ass old man. Do you listen to any new school artists? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've listened to the Bloodhounds. I've checked them out. I've checked out Screwly G. Who else? Yeah, I mean, yeah, you know, yeah. I've listened to some new artists for sure. You know what I'm saying? If it's good music, it's good music. You know, I just don't like to listen to super old music. Like I'm not about to turn on nothing that came out before 2015. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's maybe it's it's less than a handful of songs that came out before 2010 that you will see me play. But good music is good music. Charleston White, Charleston White thing with that is that I think he was saying something about like, you know, black people will kill other, you know what I'm saying? Black people will hurt each other before anybody else. And that's true. That's what I be telling my wife. I be telling my wife, like, even if I took you to the hood, ain't nobody gonna mess with you. People do wrong to their own community. You know what I'm saying? When I went to an all-white town, it was white people doing white people wrong. When I lived in a Hispanic neighborhood, it was Hispanic people doing Hispanic people wrong. When I lived in where I'm from, it was the black people doing black people wrong. People do their own community wrong. It's facts. You more likely to experience violence from a cop that's from your community than you do a cop that's from another community. If you black, you are more likely to get slapped by a black cop before a white one. If you white, you more likely to get slapped by a white cop. And that's facts. People is more harsh to their own community. That ain't no conspiracy theory. That's why I don't be trying to hear none of the racist shit. I'm not trying to hear that white people is racist or none of that shit. I don't know no racist white people. I love white people. I don't know no racist white people. It's racist people in every community. But I ain't trying to hear no shit like we targeted. I ain't trying to hear that shit. Cause I done been all over the country. And what I seen is people doing their own people wrong. I don't even know why Charleston White went on No Jumper, bro. I feel like he above No Jumper. But I guess he not. Cause his content do kind of be in the gutter. He do kind of be on like some low down shit. So I guess that makes sense. See, bro, I be doing crime. I be looking up crime in different countries for my videos, and now I be having news from the Dominican Republic pop up on my shit. Like this, not in the United States. This in like the Dominican Republic, bro. Everyone should be above No Jumper. Yeah, you're right about that, bro. Everybody should be above No Jumper, but you know, I don't know. Maybe people just like the idea of that free flight to LA and they be gone. I'm not going. I'll pay to go to LA and not go to No Jumper ever. Yeah, my algorithm confused, bro. I'll show you how confused. Cause for my like, I just had to filter out all the Japanese news because y'all know I just did a video on Japan, right? So right here we got some street shit, right? And Charleston White. Then right here you got a princess that escaped from Dubai. How do that mix? Then you got Michael Jackson, okay. Then you got some more street shit, okay. Then you got Drake. Then you got the news in Guadalajara in Mexico. Then you got somebody playing a video game. Then you got some history. So my algorithm all messed up. My algorithm, the research I be doing for my videos completely destroyed my homepage. YouTube don't know what I want to watch. Sometimes I get recommended videos that ain't even in English. A lot of times, actually. Ain't no sometimes. That happens frequently, in fact.
It's always gonna be some history in there. You know that. You know that, Brad Child. I love history. But right now, I've been looking up some ignorant shit today. So they recommended me listen to some R&B, or they recommended me listen to some drill music. Ain't that crazy? But then we got some Puerto Rican news and completely in Spanish. Yeah, I heard of the Kenahan. I even made a video about Dubai letting one of their bosses out of jail when he was supposed to get extradited. I know about the Kenahan cartel. You better believe it. Hey, but I also watched this guy. Y'all ever heard of this guy? I also watched this guy. if y'all ain't on to dude right here, y'all need to check dude out, man. Y'all need to check dude out, man. He saved all the animals in Texas, bro. If it was an animal in need in Texas somewhere, he probably saved them, man. You know how we feel about animals over here, man. So shout out to Uncle Ben. You know what I'm saying? He's saving raccoons and shit. Shout out to him. Yeah, Urban Rescue is a go-to channel, bro. No doubt about that. I don't got nothing but praise for Uncle Ben. Yeah, his kangaroo is named the baby. He had a bird named James Charles. And he got a bird named Soldier Boy. Dude is hilarious. He got a bird that's 5 feet tall. His name's Soldier Boy. Look at this. They talking about Lil Durk. Yeah, Dorkosaurus. Check out the Urban Rescue Ranch. All right, man. So I think this is the Fed saying that Lil Durk was trying to put $1 million on somebody's head. See, now when I hear stuff like that, I'll be skeptical because $1 million is too much for you to be putting up just for you to have somebody go kill somebody, because it can't be that serious. It can't be that serious, bro, unless they done stepped on your mama or something. It can't be that serious. So this is why I be saying I think it's a small chance of Lil Durk beating the case, because some of the stuff in this case do sound a little bit sauced up. A lot of stuff in this case sound really bad, but some of the stuff in this case sound a little bit too sauced up. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But hold on for 1 second though. If y'all haven't go ahead and first of all, check out the new video today. This one right here, Getting Away with Murder in Dubai. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram. We do have social media now. Just made it last night. We do have social media now. Go ahead and follow that dog. That dog, he even got a TikTok now. You know what I'm saying? We live on Twitch right now, so y'all know about the Twitch, but make sure y'all go follow that dog, man. He a good boy. But yeah, that's what I like. Whenever I be seeing stuff about some of the stuff in Lil Durk case don't really make much sense, but a lot of it look really bad. So I say he got a teeny tiny chance of getting out. Not a big one. He got a teeny tiny little chance of getting out. I'm not gonna say that Lil Durk is 100% over with. I do think it's kind of over with. I think it's about 80% over with for him, but he still got a chance to get out though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro, child. That's outrageous. Now, I did hear a dude say that he got like 50 or 60,000. That's the most I actually heard, like supposedly somebody involved actually say that they got paid. Not no $1 million though. $1 million is crazy. $1 million, you got to be out your damn mind. Pay somebody $1 million to kill somebody. You got to be out your damn mind. And see, that's what I'm saying. I don't believe that. I don't believe that part. So it seemed like they might have something wrong. But you see what I'm saying? Say, consistent with defendant Banks' promise to reward co-conspirators, defendant Wilson solicited hitman by promising to pay $1 million. Now, the only way I could see that is, okay, he sent them on a crash out mission, right? Because he sent these guys to go and do a hit in Beverly Hills where they was going to get caught. So $1 million will sweeten that deal. It still ain't worth $1 million though, because you going to get caught. If you get $1 million to do that, you need to fly to a country with no extradition treaty. But these guys is felons, so they can't even fly to a country with no extradition treaty. So you might as well turn down the money and turn down the job. Most of the time, Dorkosaurus, people don't get paid for murders. That's why I be skeptical. Because in Chicago, don't nobody be paying nobody to do no murder. You know what I'm saying? In New York, don't nobody be paying nobody to do none of that. In LA, the Armenian mafia pay somebody to go and pick up the Crips and the Mexican mafia and pay them to go do a hit. But that's LA. That's the only city I can confirm that people is putting money on people's head. For real, for real. Los Angeles, that's it. Everywhere else, when I hear them putting money up, I'll be skeptical because it's just not as common as people think. But yeah, in LA, yeah, in LA, see, you got mafias from different cities, from different countries. I mean, really, really operating for real deal out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna show you what I mean. Like, because I put a snippet of it in this video of like the Armenians actually paying the Mexican mafia and the Crips to do a hit on one of their targets. But yeah, that's in LA. That don't really happen in Chicago or like Baltimore or Miami, you know what I'm saying? Or Jacksonville. In most places, these guys doing stuff for free, bro. They throwing their life away for free. Imagine that. Where that clip at? Yeah. Yeah, in most cities, they throwing their life away for free. So I'll be skeptical whenever I hear that somebody had a bounty put on their head. Yeah, here we go. So you know what I'm saying? This in LA. When you got the Armenian mafia, yeah, the 100-person brawl is crazy, Brad Child. Oh, Brad Child, if you ain't seen the video, check it out. But you see what I'm saying? This is what be happening in LA. The Armenians be paying for this right here to happen. You know what I'm saying? So in LA, everybody ain't crashing out for free like they is in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And they've been crashing out for money in LA with the mafia for at least 20 years. Because old girl right here, she went to jail in 2010. But this is from like 2024 right here. When the Armenian mafia dude, he paid, bro, he got like the, bro, this is the Mexican mafia, bro, working with the Armenians for money. Oh yeah, Brad Child. Yeah, listen, it was like in a building with like a fancy French restaurant. And they sent it up, 100-person brawl in the middle of Tokyo, bro. Yeah, they crashing out for clout tokens. In LA, they at least crashing out for a check. I'm not saying either one is right. I'm just saying. That's why I'd be skeptical when I see that somebody's getting paid. Oh, listen. Oh, bro, they do that for real in Canada. I proved it in 2 of my Canada videos. The mafia in Canada and the mafia in Toronto, they are paying black gang members on the streets to do hits for them. I already proved this. This has actually happened, just like it happened in the Sopranos. You know what I'm saying? This is actually what's happening in Toronto right now. In Toronto, the mob is giving money to one guy in Toronto. He said that he got paid $60,000 for a murder. And the mob so slick, he don't even know the dude that gave it to him. So he in jail for the rest of his life, and the mafia got away. So it ain't just happening in the Sopranos. It definitely ain't just happening in the Sopranos. It's happening it's happening in real life. I don't know if the Gambinos and all that is doing that in New York. But you see what I'm saying? I dropped a whole video called Toronto Rappers Working as Mob Hitmen. And then I dropped the sequel to it. Gang members become mob hitmen in Canada. Because they do. Y'all see what that say? That's from the OPP. If y'all don't know what the OPP is, it's a law enforcement agency in the state of Ontario. They say police and prosecutors have long suspected traditional organized crime groups are paying young black men to do their dirty work. Yeah, because they pay good. They are, in fact, doing that. Dude right here, dude was a bank robber. So when the mob seen him, they gave him 60. They gave him 60 to kill this guy right here. And his dumb ass did it. Now he in jail. Yeah. In the state of Ontario, this is happening right now. Through the whole state of Ontario. Matter of fact, this is where it happened. They paid the little gang member $60,000 in It's Etobicoke. Is that how you say it, or Etobicoke? Either way, I think it's Etobicoke, but yeah, they paid the gang members $60,000 to kill somebody outside this restaurant. Y'all want to see the $60,000? There you go right there. These guys got that money from the mafia. And it was 2019. So little did they know, all they had to do was wait till the next year and they could have got that off of PPP. But they threw their life away. Yeah, Ontario province. But the OPP, which is like, ain't the OPP like y'all equivalent to like a state trooper out there? Because it's happening all over. Hold on. Are you saying Etobicoke is a province or Ontario is a province? I know Ontario is a province, but Etobicoke is just a city, right? What's worse, Trap? Gang violence or organized crime? Gang violence is worse until organized crime become violent. Because once organized crime become violent, it's way more heinous than a gang member. Where this happened at? This happened in Toronto. Dude, them right here from Toronto. He dead. He in jail. Yeah, I know Ontario a province, yeah. But yeah, this happening all over Ontario. And the OPP already know that the mob is paying the gang members, but they don't have no paper trail that reach back to the mob. The only paper trail they be having is the gang members flashing the money. 1 year working at Macy's. Yeah, maybe at Macy's in Toronto. That's what I'm saying. Dude, them could have worked at Macy's for 1 year and got that. But they crashed out. He got backdoored because he got killed in the house that he was in. So I know he got backdoored and he just got caught by the police. So it just ended horrible. And he told on him. He told on his friend after he died. But yeah, for $60,000. But yeah, this is why I say organized violence is worse. Because you see this guy right here? You see that car? Him and her got left right in that car in a mob hit. So that's why I say organized crime can get worse than gang violence. Whenever the organized crime turns to violence, it's worse than gang violence because that girl ain't had nothing to do with nothing. She got killed because she was hanging with him. If you don't know who he is, Cosimo, yeah. His family is real big in the mafia. Yeah, his mafia real. Yeah. That was YS. Yeah, but yeah, the mafia is way more ruthless than a gang because they killed this girl just because she was with dude. She didn't even have to die, bro. And they left her right there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, YS got backdoored, and this dude Flipper, he doing at least 20. And this another reason I say organized crime worse because they killed her too. They killed her just because her husband is in the mob. They killed her right in front of her job. So yeah, organized crime is way worse because they killed this lady just because of her husband. And they killed her father-in-law. But yeah, this lady right here. Yeah, bro. It's all bad. And y'all want to see another aftermath of a mob hit? See what I'm saying? Her boyfriend just got killed in this little shop that she trying to get in. But the police won't let her. See, organized crime is worse than gang violence, bro. Because the mob, they'll hit you where it hurt. They'll visit your mama house. See, a little YN on the street, he ain't gonna pull up to your mama house and kill your uncle. But the mafia will. So yeah, it's different. Yeah, YS, man. I don't know what happened to YS. He dropped a song. The song got hot, then he was dead, bro. But Flipper say that YS was on the murder with him. So that means YS was in some shit, man. And he go dude right here to be with Drake. See what I'm saying? This one I almost made a whole video about Drake. Because Drake be with some killers. But he ain't even like that. So why is he with killers? I don't know. But this one of Drake homies for sure in the video with a killer and a bank. This nigga is a killer and a bank robber. He a dual threat. He'll rob a bank and do a hit for protection. Right, but shit, you surround yourself around wolves, they gonna eat you. If you don't always toss them a steak. So I mean, yeah, if Drake want to be happy with tossing the steak to his wolves every other week, that's on him. He could just hire security though. He ain't even got to hang with no street nigga. Like he can go back to Toronto with bro. He can go back to Toronto with the police, bro. You a multi-millionaire rapper. You damn near billionaire, bro. Yeah, Drake invested money in the street niggas. Like what a dummy, man. He a dummy, bro. If you gonna invest something into somebody from the streets, open them up a business, man. Invest him something that he can live off of. No, I don't think Drake gonna end up like that. No. But if Drake keep playing, he gonna end up being in a court case with one of his homies where the prosecutor might force Drake to be a witness. He keep hanging around gang members because they say top 5 killed somebody. They say 5th killed 2 people. And 5th, Drake was carrying his casket. Y'all want to know, bro, this dude right here? Hey, shout out to dude that was blurry. He actually watched my channel. He told me to blur his face out because he don't want to be associated with dude now. shout out to the Somali dude from Toronto, man. I forgot his name. But dude right here, dude that they just shot through the window right here to get, Drake was carrying his casket. Now, why Drake carrying his casket and people in Canada say he a killer? I think I got a picture of Drake carrying the casket too. Hold on, man. Because I almost made a video about Drake once I figured out that Drake be carrying caskets for gang members, like, you from Forest Hill. Hey, can any of my Canadians in here? Can y'all tell the people how nice? Look, why is Drake carrying the casket for a nigga that they say killed 2 people? This is homie, huh? How did y'all meet if he from Toronto and you from Forest Hill? How y'all meet? Yeah, Drake, bro. Yeah, Brad Child. You know what Drake be on. Hey, how far is Forest Hill from Toronto? It ain't that damn close for you to be carrying this casket. I know that for sure. Why is he doing this? Yeah, Drake almost got a whole video on my channel. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Just Drake gang ties almost got him a whole video. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. It's out, yeah, right. It's the outside area of Toronto. And people in Toronto probably look at that shit as the super suburbs. Like, people in Toronto probably look at Forest Hill the same way somebody in the Bronx will look at the Hamptons, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw Drake when he was a teenager give a tour of his mama house in Forest Hill. That was a nice ass house. Yeah, he a child actor. Yeah, bro. I used to watch Degrassi. Look at him. I used to watch Degrassi. Yeah, man. 10 minutes outside of downtown. So, do you know me? Is this some gang members in Forest Hill? Just let me know. Do they be gang banging in Forest Hill? Yeah, that's Drake. No lining, none of that. Straight, nice kid from a nice neighborhood. But now he carrying a casket for gang members, man. I don't get it, bro. Oh, here you go. We finna get a tour of Forest Hill right now. Y'all ever been to Forest Hill? If not, don't even worry. We finna go to Forest Hill right now. Look how Drake grew up, man. Look at that. Damn, this shit is 240p. But it's old though. It's old as hell. This is an old ass video. So this how Forest Hill look. Look at that big ass house, man. Yeah, no, this the real Iceman right here. This is Iceman in the flesh right here. This Iceman. This Iceman back when he was still driving the Acura. You know, hey, but look though, shout out to Grandma Drake, you know. Rest in peace to Grandma, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grandma Drake, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Grandma. But I know Granny wasn't living in no rough neighborhood, so Drake ain't got no business being around no gang members. See what I'm saying? That's what he was working on his singing voice. This the real Iceman. You know what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? This Iceman right here. Y'all see Iceman? Look at him. He knew he was gonna be a star. Look at him. Yeah. This the real Scorpion. Yeah. Drake grew up with money. I ain't saying that like he made $1 million off Degrassi, but like his mom definitely already, like his mom and them wasn't broke. Like they wasn't living in Jane and Finch. You feel me? If you don't know what Jane and Finch is, that's one of the hoods in that's one of the rougher areas in Toronto. But this ain't Jane and Finch. You feel me? This Forest Hill. So I don't know why Drake be with gang members. He crew. Look at this. I don't know why he be with you say he the Manchurian candidate. Oh man, bro. Oh man. But look, ain't nothing wrong with being from a Forest Hill. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people grew up wishing that they lived in a nice area like that. Just don't make it out and then go to hanging with gang members. Go hang with your people from Forest Hill, bro. I'm sure they miss you, bro. You hanging with Jay Prince and we mob ties in Houston and shit, and you hanging with top 5, somebody that they say is a killer that's 20 years younger than you. Where's the people from Forest Hill, bro? I don't know. I don't know where the people from Forest Hill at. Trap, you just unplugged. This man Trap just unplugged my light and shit. Flipper, you unplug the light, man. I'm the light skin, keep sweat. You see him? Look at he extra smooth though. He pulled up and he didn't even pull up in the drive. Hold on, this nigga pulled up in front of the stairs. What kind of shit is that? Hey man, it's a whole driveway back here. This nigga done pulled up in front of the stairs, man. See, he don't know how to act. He flexing, bro. He flexing too hard. He done pulled up in front of the stairs. He ain't have to do that. It's a driveway back there. But you know, this the ice man. Your cats use your computer as a heater. I don't know where my cat's at. What's up, Trap? What you want, man? Get up here. You can't be unplugging stuff, buddy boy. Hey, no, that Acura was clean. I ain't gonna lie. When I was in high school, I would have loved to have a little Acura like that. I was on a train in high school. I would have been flexing just like Drake hopping out that Acura back in the day, man. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You had 3 calls and I'm still streaming. I'm still streaming, man, because every time I see something, I just have more and more questions, man. I just be having more and more questions, bro, that I be needing answers. So I just came across my old video and I would just needed an answer as to why Drake be hanging with gang members. You know what? That might have to be my video. See, but look, he said he always felt like an outsider, right? So maybe that's why he be with the gang members, because he ain't feel like he fit in the burbs. You know what I'm saying? You know, he got family in Memphis. Y'all know Drake got cousins in Memphis, right? Drake must have been hanging around his cousin them in Memphis too much. No, I ain't never been to Seattle. My neighbor is from around a neighbor from in Washington. Maybe from around like Tacoma or something. But no, I ain't never been to Seattle. The only places I've been, like, I haven't been to the Pacific Northwest, period. I've only ever been like to the West. Like, I've been to LA and I've been through LA. Can't really say I went through LA and I've been to Las Vegas and I've been all over Arizona. Been all over Arizona. Talking about from Glendale, Peoria, Phoenix, Mesa, Tempe, Scottsdale. I've been all over Arizona, but no, I ain't never been to Seattle. Now, Brad Child, if my video on Drake, it's gonna be called something like the mysterious mob ties of Drake, because I'm tired of seeing Drake with gang members. I need answers. I might have to get on a video call with some people in Toronto to get some answers. Portland kind of cooked. What's wrong with Portland? Seattle just asked. What's wrong with Seattle? You ever been to Canada? No, I ain't never been to Canada. The only place I've been out the country is south. I've been to the Virgin Islands. I've been to Mexico. Yeah, I ain't never been to the Great North. Where were you when 9/11 happened? Shit. I was at school, bro. I was somewhere being like a kindergartner or a first grader at school. Thoughts on Kanye? He's a straight lunatic, bro. I tried to defend Kanye. I tried to say, oh, well, he didn't went too far saying this. And I think Kanye be pretending, bro. I think he a pretender is what we call that. So I don't pay attention to Kanye no more. He's a lunatic. And he said he sacrificed his mama. He said that out loud. He said, I gave up my moms. They can't do nothing to me. So yeah, if you'll get rid of your mom, I stand no chance with you. I don't want nothing to do with you. Yeah, bro, it's trap. No, I always use a VPN. Yeah, I know Seattle be raining. I know it'll be rainy and cloudy all the time. I don't like that. Yeah, man, we'll get some answers out Toronto, man. Because if I do this Drake video, I need some answers. You said Kanye ain't say that? All right, bro. I'll pull up the video right now. You say Kanye ain't say it? I'll pull up the video right now. He said, I gave up my mom. They can't do nothing to me. I heard him say this shit, bro. It's going to be so hard to find this video. But I saw it, bro. I ain't just put them words in Kanye's mouth. Kanye chose to say that shit himself. He said, I gave up my mom, so they can't do nothing. Look.
Kanye exposing how his mom and other celebrities' loved ones got supposedly
You understand?
Yeah.
Michael Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son, right? Dr. Dre, his son.
OG Kanye then explains why they got sacrificed.
Sacrificed. You understand?
Yeah.
Here, my mama was sacrificed. You understand?
Yeah.
Here, my mama was sacrificed. You understand?
If we were ever to be together.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear that? I can't hear it on my end. But that's the clip where he said it. Did you hear him? He said he gave up his mama. Right. It didn't happen. It happened a few years ago. He said this shit out his mouth a few years ago. Just because you said I'm capping.
Press you, but that's how they try to categorize.
They can't control me. You get
Just
what I'm
because you
saying?
said I'm capping.
Right? I ain't taking no slice from nobody. It's God. It's the only person that I serve. My mom ain't here. My mama was sacrificed.
Need you.
You understand?
Yeah. We appreciate
Michael
you.
Jordan, what about him? His daddy, right? Bill Cosby, his son.
I ain't make him say it. I don't know why he would say something like that. But shit, his ass said it for some unknown reason, bro. He said it. Now, I don't know what happened with his mom. I don't know what he meant by that. If he was just speaking in riddles, if it was a metaphor, I don't know. All I know is that's what he said, bro. All I know is that's what he said, bro. I ain't gonna lie on him. Yeah, that's why I don't listen to Kanye. He called himself a god. He's just a lunatic, bro. I feel like I'll be wasting my time listening to what he's saying and trying to hear him say some real shit because he a lunatic, bro. Portland is dirtier than LA. I ain't never seen nobody say Portland was dirty. That's wild. Context, bro. Context. Hey, that's why I say he could have been speaking in riddles. He could have been speaking in a metaphor. But I don't understand what your mom dying from a cosmetic surgery has to do with your fame. That's all I'm saying. Because that's how she died. They said she was in a surgery and she just ain't, something went wrong when she got out of surgery. I don't know what happened. It was like 2007. A long ass time ago. If you live in somewhere like New York or Chicago, then you don't need a car. But yeah, a lot of places, pretty much everywhere else in America in between, you need a car to get around. Like when I first went away to college, bro, I was so confused as to why there was no public transportation. When I first went away to college, I wasn't even aware that there was places in America that didn't have trains and buses. I did not know that there was a such thing as a town that didn't have a bus. I did not know that existed before I went to college. I just couldn't imagine it. Yeah, the truth always unfiltered. He always be talking about them, but I even be skeptical when he talk about them, because he talk about them, but like, who paying him? Do he really got something against them, or he do and he be getting out of line, then he jump right back in line? You know what I'm saying? Like, what he be talking about, bro? No. Anyway, though, I'm about to get off here though, because I am working on a video. Yeah, I know I don't never stop working on videos, so I am working on a new video right now. Trying to get that finished so I can probably, because see, I got 2 videos, bro. 2 good ones, man. I'm working on one right now. And then I actually got 2 other ideas that I got written down. But yeah, man. I'm finna get off here and go and get to work on that, man. I appreciate all y'all for pulling up. Listen to me rant. If you ain't seen the new video, go ahead and check it out. If you want to follow me on TikTok or Instagram or Twitch, just go to my channel bio and you will see all the links right there. Make sure you follow that dog, man. And shout out to Dren, shout out to Brat Child, Ricolini, who else is here? Shout out D Nasty, G Man, Valechi, Inked. Shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to all y'all, man. Shout out to Inked, all y'all. All right, man. I'm finna get up out of here though.